like that, we're back with another Unpacked presented to you by the To Be Fair Show and
The GSH podcast.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
all right, y'all. We back with another one. We taking a swerve out of the political streets, out of the Black National, Solon, FBA, Black Indigenous. Johnny, give me another one.
ADOS, Friedman.
Like I Republican, Black. We getting our way out of these streets, and we're gonna talk a little viral conversation. We got two married men, we got an engaged man, and we got a single Johnny here, and we're gonna do a little relationship conversation, I guess. Ayesha Curry, she has been having internet streets, the shade room, the gossips, the gossips. They've all been buzzing, primarily off of more recently her, what is it called, her daddy interview, I want to say, where she spoke about a couple things that she wanted. Some people called her disrespectful. Some people called her justified. We're gonna unpack it, but before we get into that, y'all see the guys. We back here another week, another Wednesday. To my right, we have G. Talk to him, brother.
What's good, everybody? It's G, host of the GSH podcast, where we focus on family, friends, finances, freedom, and our future, and forget about everything else. Check it out wherever you get your pods. Just search GSH POD. Hi.
All right. To his right, Johnny, aka J Rock 989, is the Cash App. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, family? How y'all boys doing today, man? I'm glad to be back. Got another good one lined up. This should be fun. So, the internet streets is buzzing, so we're gonna unpack that. It's gonna be fun.
Gotcha. The mayor of Charlotte. Yeah. A Black is gold, goes by more than enough different names. I think he was teasing us just a second ago. It sounded like he got some inside conversation when it comes down to this Ayesha Curry or background high school information. I don't know what the like the kids call it, the T. I don't know. We're gonna see. But A Black, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, everybody? A Black, follow me, Black is Gold. Happy to be here as long as I can. Let's get it.
All right. And I guess with that said, we do want to start with a few icebreakers before we hop into the conversation. We're going to slowly make our way into it. But what is it? Maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we had a conversation based around the guys. It was the two mega guys that was doing their Charlie Kirk impersonation. They pulled up at TSU, and like they was doing their thing. It seems as though Brexit, they're about to go on a run of HBCUs. I'm gonna push play. So lady, she speaks about it. I'd love to get y'all input, especially given like the freedom of speech conversation that we've had, and a couple different takes that we've had.
Listen to me and listen to me good. The Black MAGA Trumpers are trying to visit HBCU campuses, stir up strife, cause problems, and go viral and get clicks. Tell your children, do not engage, do not engage, do not engage. Ignore them. Go to class and walk away in the other direction. And they're also trying to go to HBCU campuses during the homecoming weekend, where they know there will be people and they will go viral. Take a look. The Brexit student movement is headed to an HBCU near you, featuring Craig Long, Savannah Craven, Stephen Davis, Topher, and Anthony Watson. Avoid these people. Ignore them. Do not engage. Do not debate. Don't boo them. Don't acknowledge. Get campus security, campus authorities, and proceed to class. They are only there to go viral. They've already visited a few HBCUs, and they're headed to Jackson State, Tennessee State, FAMU, North Carolina Central, Howard, Hampton, Bowie State, and Lincoln during homecoming, where they know there'll be a big audience and they can go viral. So again, if you have a child at any of those HBCUs, let them know the Black MAGA Trumpers, known as Brexit, are on their way to their campuses. Do not engage, do not engage, do not engage.
All right, fellas. What is y'all thoughts?
So as you saw on the list, the first school. Our HBCU had the first homecoming. So they was there. It was a black guy with dreads, face tats, and then maybe like a camera crew of white guys, which naturally on the HBCU is gonna like who because it's homecoming, so really you can kind of blend in, but still white dudes with cameras is always like a
Yeah.
flag. So, I'm ahead of marketing. I got somebody told me like, hey, go check it out. These guys walk around with cameras, we don't know who they are, blah, blah, blah. So I went, talked to them, asked them what they was doing, and it was cool. They was asking questions about the black family and stuff. Like he wasn't like trying to do no gotcha. And I had my Ray-Bans on, so I recorded the whole thing just in case they clip it out or do something like that where they take me out of context. I would have like the full interview. But I think they were expecting or hoping maybe somebody dumb or somebody would say something stupid. But it was me, and I was giving good answers. And so to that degree, I feel like I don't want to ignore them.
Like, what were some of the questions about black family? I'm curious. Like,
They were asking like I got the interview. I was trying to email, I didn't get the email, but let me see. Like, just like, how do you feel about the state of the black family? How do you feel about black education? It was really general questions. It wasn't nothing math centered or anything.
Did they have like a certain opinion on that though, or?
Not really. Like, he wasn't giving no major pushback or nothing, or like trying to change the narrative. That's why I was like, it's cool now. I don't know if they went and interviewed somebody after me and got some crazy clips or something. They ain't put nothing out. They gave me all their contact. I've been checking the page. Nothing's posted yet. So I don't know what the alarm is. I would like for us at HBCUs to not run, but to be able to articulate our thoughts, feelings, and stand with them to kind of whatever gotcha they had in mind, they will get the opposite. Like, oh, these people are smart. They know what they're talking about. Now, if you go find some drunk person at homecoming, you might get some content, but nobody's gonna take that serious. So like I said, it just that fear to kind of be running over people. Like, I check the page every day. I'm like, they posted yet? They ain't posted nothing yet. So I don't know if they waiting or what, but it wasn't that bad. Like I said, the dude who interviewed me was cool. Like I said, his camera crew was white guys. But they seemed cool. Like, gave me all their flyers with the Blexit info, and I didn't see no problem with my interview. But like I said, I also don't know what they did after that, because I was like, oh, y'all cool, do your thing. So they could have went on and caused some trouble, but I haven't heard nothing about it.
Gotcha. Johnny, I think that you was our biggest censorship advocate that we had on the panel. What is your thoughts? Are you for what she's saying? She said, don't talk to him, don't speak to him, get the campus police. This is Black MAGA, get him up out of there. What is your thoughts?
No, because I don't think they was causing the scene. Like, I definitely, and it's gonna be a little contrary to what I said a couple weeks ago. So I'm gonna go ahead, take that, head on. But like, I am for like black discourse, and like, I'm not for like, what's it called, groupthink or like vacuums. I do think, ideas the college campus should be challenged. I think Brexit or Blexit or whatever they're calling this is a lot different than what the TSU boys was trying to do. So I'm all for it. Like, I think that caused more of a scene. I didn't see anything about this, but A Black said they was pretty respectful and go back and So I'm not against the discourse.
What is Blexit's premise? Does anybody know? What are they?
This is Candace Owens too, right? This is her.
It's actually Charlie Kirk. It's Turning Point. It's a Candace Owens was a part of it, but it's Charlie Kirk's offshoot of Turning Point. Well, it's a subgroup of Turning Point.
But these are black people that are like running this.
Huh?
It's mostly like black guys running, or like black people. Like,
it's supposed to be like the conservative. It's like a conservative type platform, but like when I was talking with the dude, he just reminded me like a old school black conservative dude. Like, he wasn't really on no MAGA or no dumb shit. It was just like the conservative black men we know in our community, which is really a lot. That's older, but he was young. That was it. Like it didn't give me no.
Oh,
like,
it's
no,
like it's a black exit from Democratic Party, basically, is what it is.
That's what it stands for. It's a like organization wise, it's a part of Turning Point. Like it's a subgroup of Turning Point. Turning Point being Charlie Kirk's organization.
Yeah, I'm for it. I'm like, yeah, I think this is a lot different than what happened a couple weeks ago.
I guess what are you saying is the difference besides for them being white?
Well, the public disturbance that came from them being on that campus versus what happened here. A Black said he went and talked to him, and it was pretty cool. So I don't know what happened there that made them that thing so rambunctious, but it was rambunctious, and there was like a pivotal like point that caused the rambunctiousness at that one versus what happened here.
Yeah, it wasn't like the guys with the MAGA hats on, like trying to incite anything. Like they didn't have any propaganda on. They looked like if it wasn't for the professional looking cameras, they could have blended into Homecoming, even the white guys. But the cameras made them stick out a little bit. But yeah, I didn't see get any bad vibes from it. It just seemed like they were just trying to have discourse, and yeah, that's up. I did send a clip of the first part of the interview. Instagram won't let me send more than
okay. Let me
shit.
All right, let me go find it real quick. G, talk to us. What is your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I agree in terms of like I said last week or when we talked about it with TSU.
Oh, they got the MAGA hats on too?
Huh?
That's my bad. G, go ahead and finish. I seen it and then my bad.
No, so I was just saying generally my whole thing was the way that the students acted shouldn't be the way that it should have went down. They should have just either just ignored them, acted like they didn't exist, or just stood up and had the debate without the feeling and emotion of it all. But I think not even feeding into what they're trying to do is the biggest form of power in the situation, because they're clearly there trying to bait something for their own good. So it's like, why do I even need to give you any piece of content, to help you in your mission? So I think the same is true in this example. But with that said, we got the footage of the situation and what it was looking like. Like we can get a view here and see.
All right, gotcha. All right, so this is John C. Smith, Lexit Boys. Let's see what we got.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? I'm Price. I think he ready like once, but yeah. What's up, y'all? I'm Price with Lexit Student Movement. I'm on the campus of Johnson C. Smith University for the second time, and I'm with Asim Jones. Asim Jones, nice to meet you. You too. Say. So you don't go here, you just work here? Yeah, I'm an employee. I did go to HBCU. I went to Howard University, but I love JCSU from Charlotte, so I started here, and I eventually went to Howard. Now I'm an employee here at marketing. Oh, I thought you were about to say you're from DC. I'm from the DMV. Oh, man, I lived in DC for 6 years, and I stayed in DC every summer growing up, so I'm like half DMV, half Charlotte. Yeah, PG County. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? My family comes from Northwest Uptown. Word, yeah. So I stayed in PG County. At the Howard, I live in DC a little longer. I was in Northwest, Southeast, all over DC, man. Southeast, right? Yeah. I was a teacher out there. I think in Anacostia out there. So I was teaching out there at school. It was a little rough, but it's all good. Especially if you say Baloo. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, watch out. So with the climate of the rap music that's going on right now, that's affecting the youth, affecting the minds of our young babies. Yeah. How do you feel we could get them? I think he ready like once, but
okay. All right, that gives us context. That's the first.
But what's that hat say? I can't really see.
It said something like nobody's shit. It ain't had nothing to do with like no MAGA. It was just like I forgot what it said.
Yeah,
it's like
is nobody
MAGA inspired? Clearly, though.
Nobody's.
Well, I think people doing them hats is like kind of attention seekers, because when you see a red hat, you automatically assume that. So I've been noticing that just as a clothing designer, it's becoming the trend of people putting other messages on there, because they know it's going to get attention quick, because they're going to automatically think it's a MAGA hat because it's red now.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's the first part of the clip. We were just getting into the questions. He's asking about the music, hip hop, and how it's affecting the youth. And Like I say, it was to me, it was pretty innocent conversation, and I don't know, maybe if I disarmed him in the beginning, and if he had a different angle, he decided not to use it with me. But like I say, I'll show y'all the rest later, but it wasn't nothing bad.
Gotcha, G.
Nah, I don't think I got nothing to add there. Like, but I think it's interesting that nobody sees a problem with one versus the other just based off how people react. I think that's like an interesting way to like frame like what's allowed versus not. I mean,
I don't. I think. I mean, if you come there with an intention of causing a disturbance, and people get, I think that's disorderly conduct.
Could they not say that they just came with the intention of having a debate or dialogue or changing minds or yeah. I guess
we all just admitted that they did come in there with an agenda. We just admitted that they did come in there with
to
an
debate.
agenda. So
But I think that his agenda is not too far off from their agenda.
Yeah, and I think like for any type of content creation platform, a HBCU homecoming tour, it just makes sense. Where can I go where I can find educated people, a large amounts of them, and get content? Let me go to HBCU. So, like I said, he had white guys with them. They was the cool white guys. Like they wasn't on no deep south. Like they was like the cool white guys that listen to rap type. You know what I mean?
I also think showing up at a homecoming, like during like the first homecoming, is totally different than just showing up on a random Tuesday, just trying to I think that one shows way more intent versus another one just trying to, be antagonistic.
Yeah, I mean they got a whole schedule.
Yeah, but I think that showing up the homecomings mean that I'm really trying to go viral. That's what I would take that as. It seems like more of like.
I think it shows a little more intention, but.
Yeah, I mean they already be going viral. I just think
people that might say something crazy.
Not everybody be drunk at homecoming.
I don't. My bad. You went to a PWI. I want you to step on Central Campus, and especially now that it's a wet campus, or it's not a dry, whatever it's called. Yeah, it's everywhere. You could just tap the homie that you're gonna get past. Don't go to don't go to any tailgate. Like I don't know.
Homecoming season too.
Yeah, you would think that weed and let me. All right, you
incriminating your own people at this point.
I'm going down the wrong road. Don't mind what I just said, but what I'm saying is that I think that if you're going on a homecoming tour, and you're intentionally speaking conservative talking points, and you're gonna like do the Brexit thing. I think that there's a space that they're ramping up to get some clickbaitable comments. They're going to take some people out of context. And the further and the bigger the homecomings they get, the more viral reactions they're likely going to do. They're probably what I took from when A Black said that they haven't put anything out yet. They might not have got exactly what they wanted at Johnson Smith.
Yeah.
And like they're just going to hold it until they get the right compilations and then just stitch it together. And be like, look what these black folks said at XYZ.
And that's why I make sure I recorded mine. So if they try something like that, I'll put mine out. I'm like, no, this is the real interview, and this is what they trying to do. But I'm pretty good at reading people. I didn't really get that vibe from bro.
Oh no, he seemed like the perfect. Like if you was the send one, the other guys that they mentioned wasn't him. But he seemed like the most relatable. He seemed like he was only like 2 steps away from being back where he was at. And like like he the average black guy will build a quick rapport with him.
I think that theirs is the difference though. Like the other ones were very unrelatable to where they were.
So I sent part 2 that has more of the questions he was asking.
So Johnny, you just prefer a Trojan horse? Pause.
Yeah, it's kind of what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying that was what I prefer. I'm more results based. Like you see what happened
with the foundation. You have.
But if their result is to go viral, I don't understand what you're saying.
But my argument wasn't even about like the viralness of the moment. It was about like I think they caused it was disorderly conduct based on like causing a public disturbance, and I thought that was grounds for legal action. Versus this time, I didn't see any disorderly stuff, huh? But that's what I'm just saying. Based on where I was at last time, I think this is totally different based on like legal grounds. I think it's totally different.
What is the legal grounds that you are saying that is all right? I'm gonna play with what A Black sent in, and we can segue out of here in a second. But never mind. Yeah, I'll push.
To prepare foundation. You know, you have to prepare the minds of your kids for the world. I mean, the algorithms are kind of set up to push certain music things because there's great music out here, educational, inspirational, cultural stuff, but that's not what being pushed to the forefront of the algorithms now. So everything kind of starts with the parents and the education kind of molding them to be able to tell the difference between what's valuable for our culture and what's not. But that's really all we can do is try to be balanced, you know, do stuff like you're doing, the musical artists that's creating stuff, making sure we promoting them and not kind of talking about what we hate. But, you know, it's us against the algorithm right now. But
That's a tough battle. That's a
yeah.
tough battle.
Yeah, but it's everything out here for the kids to find. But, you know, it starts with parents. I was lucky to have parents that was into music and that kind of put me on to a lot of old school hip hop artists, R&B, Prince, Nas stuff. So by the time I went into the world, like my mind already kind of knew that this is BS and this is real music. So, but I got that from my parents, and everybody doesn't have that. So we got to kind of make sure we using our platforms to put out positive content and try to outweigh the negativity out here.
A Black packing him up. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting them answers at all.
Yeah, we like it. We like it.
He looked pissed off.
You ain't give him no wiggle room.
It'd be funny if they edit like every little word just to make this nigga say something crazy like I fucking hate did it. Like they clip your shit up so crazy, make you say a whole sentence you ain't even say. That shit would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Kaz, what's going on, brother?
What up, Kaz?
All right, so I guess we're gonna walk our way down. This would be, let me double check. All right, this would be our last quote unquote political piece right here, and from here we can get into we can start walking into these relationship conversations. Tell me, what is y'all take on this?
To let this run, even the government shutdown being blamed on the Democrats. I'm like, y'all got control of the funding, the tech bros, the president, the House, Senate, and lower MAGA profiles. Every tech platform y'all got control of. How's the Democrats' fault? Crazy times we live in, and this will never go away. I know the thought was back in the day, well, the old racists are going to have to die out, and the kids are going to have to make the change.
No, they're getting born. You born into racism.
You're born into it.
These young kids are just as racist as they was in 1950. You watch the dark side of Twitter and go to Aiden Ross's. All of these guys go to their chat. You got to see that. You got to watch the chat. Chat goes crazy. Charlie Kirk, like when he was talking, it was the chat. The chat was more vitriol
than he was.
Than what they were saying.
Yeah, racism is a software that keeps getting upgraded. It's not going to die out. But to let this run, even the government shutdown.
What is your thoughts?
It's true. I mean, racism ain't really going nowhere. Like you said, the internet, the chats, you play video games, Call of Duty, anywhere where people can hide behind screens and stuff, you see how they truly feel. Even in Charlotte, which I'm probably gonna make a post about. If you follow Charlotte news and WBTV, WSOC, and you see the comments in there, and it's like pure racism, and they allow that shit. I know they have the ability to delete and hide that stuff, but they allow it because they don't care about it. They like the engagement. So y'all can go at it. So the racism is crazy, man. You see these people in the comments every day. They be saying the craziest shit. So it's like, I don't see it dying out. I haven't seen it. I mean, all that's new is they hide it more in public. They can work with you. They can laugh at you and stuff. But when they get mad or when something happens or you murder somebody, like when a black person commits a crime and the news posts it, man, they be in the comments, burn them.
I think the most interesting thing is to go to a neutral source and to see them post something black that happened, and then go to that comment section.
You already know what it's gonna be.
It should be crazy. They're like, yeah,
like them monkeys at it again. Like they be saying the craziest shit on there, man.
Banana peel. I'd be like, damn.
I agree, but I think also at the same time, like people say shit in the comments like that they just would never say to anybody face to face as well. It's like I think it's one thing to be like a true racist versus it is to just be like a troll who really just is ignorant. Like I just think there's a difference. Like some folks out here are like truly like racist, and while I think a lot of the folks in the chats on the internet, they're more so just like ignorant trolls, in my opinion, versus real racists. But I mean, look, you never really can know at the end of the day. But a lot of these folks, just because you can say it on the internet, I don't necessarily know that means that's how people truly feel. Because niggas on the internet say things that.
Nah, they feel that way. That's why they saying it.
I kind of agree with G.
At all, but we've seen with all the mass shooters that they all be inside these.
Some, yeah, but a lot of I think the majority of folks in the comments like are being very, very like hyperbolic, just trying to do things for reactions to get attention. They're trying to entertain, get a laugh. Like it's more of like I said, a troll than it is like a true feeling, in my opinion, more so than not.
Be inside that specific, like those specific spaces, because I don't think that the majority of the dialogue ends up being under the WBTV chat post. But like you said, like if you go to the Aiden Ross stream or you go to the Charlie Kirk stream, I don't know if they really have a reason to be trolling in there as much as like getting off what they really feel as he's talking inside pseudoscience about what Black people are and like their ills. To me, like those places seem like their breeding grounds, and the people that are commenting and trolling is not a reason. Like they're only inside like the community of them. So it's not really a reason to troll outside of like it's really just a matter of being able to openly say how you really feel.
To me, the troll is somebody who's on somebody like they on Dr. Umar live or something, and it's like, why are you even there if you don't like him or Black people? But they're there specifically to troll. If you in the Charlie Kirk chat and Aiden Ross and all these people, that's your community. Like you're not trolling because y'all all saying the same shit and you feel it's a safe space to say it. So it's like just because they won't say it in person, because they're
you don't think those same people won't leave those comments outside of that environment? You think they only leave those comments there?
As long as they pick it, yeah.
Yeah, as long as they can hide their identity, they're gonna say the craziest stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but just because they don't say it to you in person, don't mean they don't feel that way. It just means they're a coward. But I mean,
it could be, but it's like.
But G, I think it's a little bit of both though, because I think the anonymity, it breeds a space where people are going to say the most outrageous things. I think that in part takes the maybe kind of middle ground person. I think it does influences. I think it's a cycle where I think the anonymity allows people to just say the wildest shit that they want to do. I think people read that and start believing it because they see it, and I think people actually start to feel that way. But I think a lot of it is just a troll, and I think it does live on the internet. But I don't think everybody that says something racist is necessarily racist in the comments. I think a lot of people are just trying to be outrageous. They're just trying to say something that like gets people going.
It gets a reaction, gets a spark. I mean, niggas get online and tell bitches they love them every day.
A lot of people are like gullible or like influenceable, and so a lot of people, they might see somebody trolling and might actually like, hey, wait a minute, and like start reading into and actually believing some of that. So I think that's part of the.
I think the quote unquote WBTV trolls are the gateway drug into them getting into like those bigger communities, in my opinion. And like if anything, it's breadcrumbs that leads, like you said, the people that haven't went down, maybe like let's just say the white supremacist rabbit hole. It leads them down there into that specific spot. But yeah, I don't know how we can speak about how the impact of internet culture and what these rooms and places and discords and 4chans and chat rooms are doing to people, and then also say it's just trolls. When because like right now we're seeing a heightened version of like right now, like for example, Nick Fuentes is openly just saying the N-word and just getting it off, and he has a whole chat going. It's been like maybe 20 years since like somebody was just bold enough to do that. Again, right now you hear inside.
I never seen that clip.
like you can go to like all the black conservatives posted and they're like and they're cool with it. But like you can go to like or just look at right now. Think of a time in the past 20 years where explicitly anti-black dialogue is prevalent on mainstream media. Speaking about like black people and their deviance to crime, their deviance to like all these negative behaviors. Like these are mainstream CNN talking points that are on like that people that are
So you think
That's
you
not the
think
that's
do you
not the
think the news
majority of media.
portrays black people positively
no,
before?
I don't think it. I don't think that there has been like explicit dialogue saying that black people are and making justifications for racism, justifications for over policing, and
You think
saying,
that just started in 2025?
I would love for you to show me the clips of a person arguing this. Like what they would do is propagate like black crime and show black people committing crime. It wouldn't actually be like the open dialogue saying that black people are more likely to commit crimes because of X, Y, and Z, and that this is something that's inalienable to them. Like that was never the conversation. I also don't know
So
when.
in the early 90s, when there was like, when they were calling us super predators and there was like a huge war on drugs and crime, you're saying that in that era, just as an example, that the news didn't treat black people like very unfairly in terms of making excuses to target our communities?
Black people was never treated unfairly. I also said in the past 20 years. Like early 90s would be like 35 plus, about 35 years ago. But yeah, like I'm not making a statement that black people have been treated fairly by the media at all. No, I think it's clearly always been propagated. We probably all will agree on that. What I'm saying is that if we just look at in the past 20 years, let's go past 15 or 10 years, there has been an increased rise in the justification of the demonization of black people through like stats. You can go with the George Floyd narrative that every single conservative pundit ran with and openly stated.
I was just about to say, so does George Floyd count as a time in which they were talking negatively about black people? And
what like and now go to the dialogue shows and listen to what the conversations are. To me, like that's the point that I'm saying. And I think that if we fast forward now, because I think that we've moved way past that right now as well. Like what they were doing in the conversations during the George Floyd and compared to what's said on Fox News and CNN roundtables right now, like I think that like it's taken like a 2x to almost 3x step. Like they're openly justifying slavery. Like I can pull some clips, but I forget the guys' names, but like they will openly say, it actually was indentured servitude. Actually we brought them here. You can see how Africa is right now.
But do you remember Sean? I think his name was Sean Spencer. He was like an alt-right dude, came up like maybe like 2018, 2017. Do you remember like this alt-right movement? Like he was making mainstream news with that rhetoric back then.
He got banned from all news.
But he made mainstream with that rhetoric.
I don't know what one he never was a mainstream figure. Like I'm familiar with who you're talking about, but yeah,
with the face of the alt-right.
The alt-right weren't like public darlings inside the sense of like mainstream media. They were pushing an alternative message that was extreme at the moment.
That mainstream media was promoting.
All right, let me go look up because I don't even know if he had like more than 2 to 3 mainstream appearances. Like he was fairly blackballed. Like I'm familiar with who you talking about. He got punched in the streets of wherever he was at when he was giving an interview. But yeah, to me, all I'm saying is that I think that if you clearly look, there has been increasing amounts of inflammatory rhetoric that has become normalized, and I think that the internet and the internet culture also. That's the main point that I was making. All right, any closing words?
Well,
all right. So now, as we segue our way out of our typical wheelhouse, we are a Charlotte podcast, North Carolina based podcast, and a Panther legend made his way to the Breakfast Club today, or maybe it was yesterday. And there's been some interesting clips that have been circulating. I'll push play on this, and this will get us into at least the relationship realm, I guess you could say. Let it get y'all take on this.
Name first and jumped out the box. What's your thoughts?
Love him.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Hunter came through my C1N program, which is an all-star team where I use football as a way to show young athletes that you can change your life. Travis Hunter is a person that does not get respected enough because he has not did anything wrong. He's been exceptional on a football field, and yet we couldn't find no dirt on him, so we have to attack somebody close to him. Never had a DUI.
Nope.
Not a domestic. From what I've heard and seen in firsthand, he's an unbelievable person.
All he does is smile.
That's all he does is smile.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And I was rocking with Travis when his smile wasn't even, you know what I mean? He had the crack smile.
Right.
And so much so, like I said, his younger brother Travis plays on my team now. And this is my way of philanthropic initiatives where, yeah, a lot of people can give back in their own perspective and respective ways, but for me, I use the game of football to say, hey bro, you don't gotta rob, you ain't gotta steal, you ain't gotta sell drugs. Like, bro, this pigskin right here can take you places. It's gotten me everywhere that I ever wanted. And when I've seen Travis at his age, to see how he has morphed into the individual now, of course everybody's entitled to their own opinion about who he is. Oh, he a sucker, he a this, he that. He's married.
Yeah.
He has a family. I
That's
thought
right.
that was what couple goals was supposed to be. I should take a page out of his
longer to get to the
Yeah, we gonna get to that. You gonna
Why you look like that, Ashley, when he said that, huh?
Because he's capping.
Oh.
Like he knows exactly where he stands when he comes to that. He made it very clear. He's made it clear in the last 24 hours.
We had a conversation about learning your significant other's body count and names, right?
Oh no.
But this is the thing. This
Cam
is what we
topics
said
be
we
the best,
understood.
nigga.
This is
I
what we
don't
said we
care.
understood.
Is it not real?
Gotta be the
Is it not real?
But this
You
is
though?
want to know that?
I need to know.
If you're in the same industry,
Talk to me.
Some is about
Talk to me.
respect. Okay,
This
so
is
Talk
here
to
it is
me.
about
Okay,
Come on
so
now.
you ask me, and then I'm gonna tell you my take.
Here is where I think I agree and disagree. Now, if it is a situation where if
Yeah.
John Doe has a certain profession,
correct.
and there is a possibility that John Doe is going to run into Jim Doe because they're in the same world, then yes, I feel like that is something that you need to vocalize and you need to be honest about, because you never want your person to walk into a room and everyone's on the joke except for that person,
For
right?
sure.
If you're going
Oh,
to cross
don't hug
paths,
me.
if there's a possibility for you
she
to
said,
cross
"Don't hug
paths
me."
with someone, then yes, I think that should be vocalized.
Yeah.
But if it's like you're a hometown, crush, and they're never going to cross, like, he don't need to know that.
See, the only-
that's none of your business.
the only
Some
reason
things you
why-
gotta keep close to the chest.
The simple question is, I just want to know your list. I don't care
That's
to
crazy.
what.
Well, no,
No.
I'm still low. You still smash my shorty. I
Does
want to know.
it count?
If you-
1 off or 10 off,
Yeah.
it still counts.
still
Yes,
off.
it all
It's
counts.
still
If you were
off.
in Turks
You
and
got
Caicos
off.
and had a one night stand
Hello.
with somebody,
You're not
you're
adding
not telling your
You're
girl
not
like,
adding
yo, I
them.
was in
Yeah.
Turks and Caicos 10 years ago with my boys and I hit. So
All right, I think we went far enough in it. All right, so fellas, do you need your lady to write out her list of all the guys that she's had relations with, and you got to review the list? What is y'all thoughts on this? Is he spitting? Is he tripping? Johnny?
I don't need the whole list, but like I feel what she said. As long as it's not nobody I know.
Need the Spark
Like-
Notes.
Yeah, like if you see, like if it's like, because like I ain't even interested in like the whole.
All right, let me ask you this first, Johnny. So you're introducing the body count conversation in your relationships?
Nah, not really. Not I've never.
So are you asking her if you slept with any of my homeboys?
I think they should be told, but no, I'm not really asking though at all. Nah, because hopefully I usually know stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not asking personally. No.
You're just saying that it should. So what are you saying right now? Then maybe Help me
I
understand.
really care. Like I don't need the list. Like I don't personally don't care.
Okay, so you're not a list guy. Like she
Yeah,
don't have to send it to you.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a list guy. Yeah.
Hey, Black, do you need the list with the Facebook profiles beside it?
I think it depends on the girl, man. I feel like younger me, cared a lot about that. I kind of had a girl with a lot of bodies, and I got a girl now with none. And so when I was younger with somebody who, and that conversation came up because she had kind of already told me, and for lack of better words, that she used to kind of be a hoe. So she was forthcoming with it. So then I'm accepting of it, but in the back of my mind now I'm wanting to
Now,
know
now I hope it ain't none of my homeboys.
she popular in the city. I'm popular in the city, and so I asked for a list. I'm in my late 20s at this point, guys. So forgive me. Why I won't ever do this again? Well, thank God I won't have to. But this bitch had about 70 nigga. Like
she wrote it out to you. Oh,
she got the screenshot. Yeah, so she had this long list, and it was just first names, right? And
about 17 trays on there.
Right. And so now certain guys, when they pop up like in her comments or in public, I'm like, oh, is that the Damon from the list? Or is that the song from? So now it's in the back of your head. And then you find out, oh, it is. The dude that she was calling her brother, he did clap. Maybe it was 10 years ago. Maybe it was 15 years ago. I think it just depends on the girl. I don't like how people try to make it feel like it's an insecure thing, because I feel like, especially if you're a public figure, and like I said, if I'm out and about and I'm seeing somebody on the regular, then let me know. Don't have me caught off guard. You don't got to tell me everything, but if it's a situation where like I'm gonna be seeing this dude, I'm on a podcast with QG and Johnny, and you used to mess with Q, and you see me every week. When were you gonna say something? So it's certain situations where I feel like you gotta tell somebody. Like if my girl, if somebody go get her hair braided, I'm like, oh, who braiding your hair? And she like, so I'm like, oh, I clapped her. Like, yeah. I'm gonna tell my girl why, because I don't want the other girl to
had that one up,
say something, had that one up. And she might have an agenda to get close to my girl, which is why. So you gotta have that honesty, but I mean, the best you can do is try to find somebody who ain't got a lot of bodies. But I feel like if you are in the public space a lot, it might matter more. Everybody's different as far as what they care about or not. Me, I like a certain exclusivity to my woman. Some women gonna have some bodies, they might have 2, 3, 10. But you get in there like that 50 range, like the girl I had the list, it was like 75 on there, and she was still trying to remember.
Real out.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, like, so I can't just put that past, because now I know 75 niggas in the city that's done clap, and I'm going out, I'm public, I'm taking.
Like, so you said you was in your 20s when you asked this.
Yeah.
At your age right now, you're dating a shorty that's in your age range, and you asking for the list. Hypothetically, obviously, like you're engaged.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to. I got better at reading the signs of knowing that it's not really no long list, and I don't know if it's a male intuition thing, but I feel like a hoe. You might get blinded at first, and you might ignore the red flags, but every man that fell in love with a hoe or fell for a hoe, and you try to excuse it, but we all done been there. It's like,
blind as a mother,
not a hoe no more, or maybe that was the past, and you really like her, but it's always in the back of your mind.
I love my baby mama. I never let her go.
Great personalities.
So I think I got better at just like
they be funny as hell. Just all of like the good qualities.
The jokes will get you.
Yeah,
jokes will get you.
But yeah, I feel like
you done laughed the nigga out his drawers, didn't you? Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, but nah, it's everybody different. I don't feel like it's no blanket rule to this, but I also don't like the whole now it's become this thing. Oh, you insecure? Why you need to know that? Bitch, you want to get married or not? Like, if you don't want to get married, then I don't need to know. But if that is a goal, then you need to respect somebody might wanting to know that because they want to spend the rest of their life with you. They want to know the person that they with, and that's all. And you give them the chance to choose. All right, I can deal with this, or I can't deal with this. Don't let me marry you and then find out 5 years, 10 years down the line that the whole basketball team trains you and shit. Like, you know, and so
triple double.
In that hypothetical, you getting that divorce?
You in love?
Well, they married 5 years. They 5 years in.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, shit. It depends. I think it depends on if she lied. Now, if she just didn't bring it up because she might be ashamed of it so far. And some women are real good at compartmentalizing and blocking shit out for real. Like, but if it's a thing where I asked or something came up and she lied, then yeah, it might be grounds for divorce. But if it's a thing where
she omitted, but if you asked at that time, like, "Hey, did that whole basketball team hit?" and she lied, then it's a dub. But if she just omitted it, it would be like, all right, cool.
Yeah, if she omitted it, I will understand why I will understand why she omitted it. But if I see niggas making little, you know, when niggas make little sly comments and stuff, or you see them out in public and they give a certain type of hug and shit, and your male intuition, because you've been that nigga too.
Hey, listen,
I walk across the room, give her a hug, how you doing? And, you know, knowing that you clapping her man right there, hey, what's up, bro? And you keep it moving. So when it happened to you, it's like, well, damn, like how many more times this gonna happen? Or so it's like you gotta have that honesty, I feel like, and I feel like a lot of women and men are kind of forthcoming when they just want somebody to trust them. This was my past, but this don't define me. It's not who I want to be. And that's why I gave the girl with the long list a chance, because she admitted it. Before I even asked for the list, she told me, like, yeah, I had a troubled past, you know.
That is admirable. That's an admirable quality to a woman, but it ain't a pass, but it's
it might need some time. Me and my ego, you thinking, well, I'm the exception. I'm gonna be able to change this, and all that's cool, baby. That ain't gonna happen with me. Nah, she did the same shit with me too. But I couldn't even be mad at it because she told me what she was gonna do. She told me how she was, but niggas be like, well, not me. I'm gonna show you different. And nah, so it just depends, man. I mean, I feel like you just at the end of the day, you don't want to be blindsided by some shit, you know. I remember I was with a girl and she told me I was her first, and you know, a nigga was in my inbox like, nah, nigga, I took her virginity, and so I'm like, nah, I know you didn't, man.
Wait, why was he in your inbox? That's wild.
Well, he was first in her inbox, and now so at this point, I'm even younger than the other girl. I might be like 20, I might be like 22, and so he in her inbox. I'm like, why does dude keep hitting you up and stuff? Like, he feel real comfortable. And so, you know, I'm young, I'm messy back then. I'm like, I'm gonna DM this nigga myself. Like, yo, what's up? And he like, yeah, I'm the one who fucked that girl first.
That's the worst. That's the worst when you ever like. That's the worst when you write the nigga and then he like, yeah,
yeah. And so then he telling me like details about her body and shit. So I'm like, oh, he done did something, you know. And so then I bring it back up to her, and she was like, well, we tried. But it didn't go through. She said it was painful, and he didn't. She don't technically count that because
nah, he counted. He like, that's mine right there. I got that.
Yeah, he do, but that's what I'm saying. You set yourself up. If you're not honest with your partner, now I'm going around.
I count that as a score, nigga. He like, nah.
He like, nah. Let me finish that. Let me
if it was me, I got it in there. That's mine.
I put it in type shit.
That's funny. She said, "No, that one don't count." Women will try to pull that on a nigga too. Like,
they will. They do a lot of that. They do a lot of that. But yeah, I think it just depends on the relationship, your public stature, and how closely you are to people. If I'm never gonna see these niggas again, like maybe you used to live in Tennessee, you come here to Charlotte, you got a whole new life. I don't know. But if I'm in my city where everybody and their mama and grandma know me, you better tell me what the fuck's going on. I don't care if you had 100 bodies. If I don't know them niggas, it's cool. If I know 2 niggas, I'm gonna feel away. I'm gonna feel away. I had a girl. I had another girl.
That's the key right there. That's the key. It just can't be niggas that like you know.
Yeah. So I had a girl. I liked her a lot. She's still in Charlotte. Great girl to this day. She had been with one of my closest friends and my worst enemy. So I'm just like, I don't know how I can take it further with you. Like, cause
the homies and the ops, that's tough.
Yeah, and the op, she was a booty call. oh, he only called me at 2 a.m. type stuff. Like, oh damn,
I
this
hate when
nigga,
they say that. Like, God, they don't
this
make it no
nigga was
better.
just clapping, and I'm
They
sitting
don't
here,
make it no better.
You know,
I'm buying you books and candles and shit, and this nigga just clapping at 2 a.m.
That don't make it no better, bro. God damn. Shut up.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to know the niggas, man. Like I say, because at the end of the day, you don't really know what somebody's done.
Mhm.
But I don't want to know the man. Like, I don't want it to be my homies. I don't want to be my enemies. And that's it.
Nah, this is fair. G, talk to us, brother.
I don't know if I got too much to add. Like, just like I can relate to what A Black saying. In the younger days, I definitely needed to know how deep the well was gonna go because you just, it's just one of those things. You don't wanna. It's just pretty self-explanatory. But
When it change, like what will be the age range that you think that it stopped mattering? You stop asking.
So here's the thing: if I was out there today, I'm still gonna need some type of Carfax of recent history of what was going on. I'm gonna need something.
So
we don't need to do the lifetime. We don't need to do the lifetime count, but I need
Like
to know
a
what's
credit
at least
score,
gone
last
down
7 years.
like the last minimum 10. I need to know what's gone down the last 10 years. Like what?
Right now, if you was outside right now, you and your shorty, y'all the same age, 38, and you gonna be like, all right. So before we
not,
go,
not on the first date. Not on the first date.
like,
Assuming that she
like,
want to be serious and she interested.
I need to know your body count in the last 10.
I'm gonna be like, look, man, if you say you trying to be serious. I'll be
Like, you do this
all right,
over dinner? This over dinner or this?
Hey, however when she bring it up, well, if she say she want you say you want to be serious or you feel like we going to the next level, I'll be like, look, for me to go there, I kind of just need to know like what's been going on, like because at the end of the day, y'all gotta admit, like the black quote unquote millennial crowd, the circles ain't but that big. Like you like 1-2 degrees separated from most people in your radius, like for real. Like you either know somebody that know your person or like 1 or 2 people separated. It ain't really like, at least in a triangle, like from Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, like everybody, because you're gonna go to the same areas. I imagine Charlotte's got to be somewhat the same. Like by the time you hit everything up, you're gonna start round robin and be like, oh, I know you, oh, this person such and such. Like, so for me personally, I don't want to be, like I don't necessarily want to even get too involved with somebody that it just has been around too many people that I know, just personally. Just like I would prefer that.
So you're going so like Cam said, you're gonna ask her to write out the list and names of the past 10 years.
Not necessarily listing names, but more specific to the area. Like I said, like you was on a girls trip in wherever the fuck country. You don't gotta tell me about that experience. I don't even know that. I'm talking about
you asking like, did you pop any of my homies in or close associates in the radius that we're around, or you just like, I need to know.
I need to know who you popped in the radius.
50 miles.
That's a good start right there. I like that.
And it's like,
hey, hold on, but see, here's my only thing. Here's my only thing.
10-year Carfax is fair.
Here's my only thing with ultimatums, because I've gotten ultimatums before, and I know how I act under like the pressure. Like, just asking the woman, that's where she might lie. If you just be like, who you been with? Like, if you just ask her, versus like if you just make the space comfortable enough where she's gonna tell you. But like if you just how many people, that's where you set yourself up to be lied to. Because if it's a number that she's not proud of,
look, and I wouldn't go out my way to bring it up. That's what I'm saying. Like if we just kicking it and we're not like looking to get like, because I'm a bit old school in that I feel like you basically single or married. So I feel like if I'm not married, then we're kicking it. We can be cool, but like you shouldn't expect us to be serious if we're not like serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we want to be serious and you are expressing like, oh, I'm like, okay, well, let's have some serious conversations. Like,
and one of them is like, what their body count like?
At least 10 years, at least.
I'm saying, so what if you really like the shorty, but the number is just like one over the
So
acceptable
that's the
range?
thing. If I really liked her, it would have came
Just
up
one over
earlier.
though.
It would have came up earlier if I really liked her.
Now, I do agree with that because, like, I do prefer a woman just to tell me versus me having to ask. Because, like, if I feel like you just being upfront, and then I probably not even gonna ask. But like, if you don't tell me nothing about nothing you ever done, then that's when questions get to ask. I do prefer somebody being upfront versus having to ask and investigate. Because I've had the question, "Hey, have you done such and such?" Nah, I ain't. You
But see,
get put on the spot. You liable to
this is
lie.
why I put a say 20 at least like 10 years, because I think everybody's gonna make mistakes growing up in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's coming out like well before we get to the body count talk. Like I'm gonna ask questions about that stuff. If there's any hint of being serious, we definitely
What's your
gonna have
interest
a
rate?
talk about like what's your current debt, etc. Like what am I walking into, etc.
Nah, that's
Like
facts.
those conversations got to be had if you
That might
really
be more
talking about
important
being
than body
serious.
count too. It's actually way more important than
I'm
body
not
count.
mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But that's why I say like at least your last 10 years is more of an indication of what you're doing in real time. That's just my whole thing. Like if you still out here like loosey goosey with it,
Slow
and you ready
bodies,
to settle
500K
down
a
with
day.
me, it's like, nah, I don't think I'm ready to settle down with it right after that. Like trip, like
I want the camera of a
let it rest first.
40-year-olds asking each other their body counts. That, that shit is
Hey,
would be
3 bodies, 500K in debt.
Say it again.
20 bodies, no debt.
20 body. I mean, look, you go to
Okay,
adult.
okay, 50 bodies, no debt though.
I mean, when you get to a
Versus
certain
3
age,
That's what I'm
500K worth
saying.
of
The,
debt.
the body count is really like, it's really about making sure that you're not putting embarrassing moments. That's really what it's about. So it's not so much like needing to know everybody. It's about like knowing, are you going to embarrass me when we go out? Like I prefer not to be embarrassed.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that in my opinion, I think that the close radius, if it's in the friend group XYZ, is probably like the most applicable at like over what is it? We over the hump of like mid 30s. I also think that is more cap than not if we're talking about niggas over what you say, Johnny? Oh, you said
Johnny,
I'm
like, I'm
still
not
mid
over the
30s.
hump of mid
Yeah,
30s. He's like, I'm still on the hump.
listen, just had this conversation on the last 2 pods ago. You not big bro, you unk and lead them 23-year-old. But what was I saying? I also think that like over 35, I don't think that asking people their body count is like a real conversation that even really comes up. In my opinion, I think it's like more internet talk. I think that it's just like shit that niggas get off on under statuses and things like that. But typically, when I talk to any friend that I have that's still dating and single, and if they've asked somebody when they're over 35 the body count, or any female that's over that age, not all of them are saying nobody's having these real conversations. And that's why I think most of this shit just be internet fodder. Unless, of course, if you Cam Newton, I'm sure he has the leverage to pull that play, and the want. And I think to what A Black said, the like the fame, the platform. But I don't know a bunch of people to ask that question over 35 as much as like the idea of like if the person inside the vicinity don't make me look stupid, like that whole thing, in which I think that they alluded to as well for a little bit. But I guess this makes a good time to hop in. We got one or two more quick ones. Like I said, we got to get back into our relationship conversation bags. So we hadn't been there in a while. So yeah, I want to pull up 1 to 2 more memes to kind of get us warmed up, and yeah, have a little fun. Damn, where did she go? Oh, here she go. All right.
annual bills pouring into you.
Shut your broke.
All right, hold on.
Annual bills pouring into you.
Shut your broke ass up. Yeah, I said it. All these women out here owning businesses, making six figures, working for these big corporations. They doctors, lawyers, and all just doing all kind of stuff, all kind of professions, making good money. They handling their own business. All they need is somebody with some damn sense and some morals that they can share their time with. No, not you. Here you go. You got to pay my bills. The ones that you created. The ones that mortgage got your name on it. But you can't handle it, so you got to try to manipulate somebody and to take care of it for you with your irresponsible ass. Spent all your money on hair, clothes, and Chris Brown concert. Now you ain't got no damn money. Now you don't. Where the men with the money at? They over there with the women with the money. And here you come, brokey. Got to spend $3,000 a week on hair and makeup because you really ain't fine like that.
So you said his main point has been driven home. What is your thought? He said, "I ain't dating, ain't got."
I mean, it's a lot.
I think that's the same. I think it's kind of similar to the body count conversation for men. I think that's a woman of it.
That's her right.
I think most women out here aren't necessarily like looking for. I mean, of course, it matters to some degree. Like they don't want nobody that can't take care of themselves. But I mean, as long as you a man and you financially stable, I don't think you having that much of an issue out here. I think it's just the internet thing, just like the body count thing is.
It is amplified on the internet, but it's definitely becoming like a normalized, mind state for a lot of women. And like to his point, I know women that make lots of money and terrible at management. And I remember dating a girl. She worked in tech, making $100K. I might have been making like $50K at the time. I always had more money than her because I had less bills, less expenses. She got that job. She got a BMW. She got an apartment out in Noda. She just got all these bills, and they have no spending power. And a lot of them women do that. They make money, but they don't manage it well. And then they project that out into like, oh, a man's supposed to do that. Like you said, I don't want to come into your life paying no mortgage. Nobody tell you to get no 4-bedroom house. Like they just be doing shit,
especially at 30+.
just to post it. Oh, I'm a homeowner. No, you got a mortgage. Like.
I'm definitely not paying no mortgage unless I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, we could have did that together. Now you can make it an investment property. We can get our own stuff, but I'm not moving in your shit. I'm not paying your bills. I'm only paying a woman bills that lives with me, and I think that's where a lot of women have messed it up. Like with men used to be providers. They used to live together. If you got an apartment over here and I'm over here, I'm not paying for your shit and my shit. Like I don't
These
know.
Bills is gonna get paid anyway.
It didn't ever mean I gotta pay your bills.
Yeah, it's
they
got it twisted for real. It's like most men, we crave providing. We that makes us feel like men. We want to do that, but we're not gonna be stupid either. Like you're not just gonna be hitting me up for $200-$300 and then I'm broke. And I don't send it to you.
Hey, Black. Hey, talking for the smart ones of us. It's a lot of guys tricking on box and ending up broke.
And that's why I don't be as hard as the women. I posted the other day, man. If niggas stop tricking, half of these girls be at the homeless shelter. Like tricking is like keeping a lot of them afloat. But if niggas for 1 month, stop being thirsty, stop being it'll fucking change the country. And all you gotta do is 1 month. Don't give no woman no money. Don't like her picture. Don't give her no attention. They'll go crazy.
The thing is, the value of the average woman will go up so high, and you would see like a free fall to the bad bitches. The bad bitch value goes just like this.
Everything can go out of style. So, those are kind of taking this whole pseudo prostitution path. It ain't gonna end well when that's not cool no more. And all these things cycle out, and eventually they kind of are damaging their future choices by just deflecting and excusing and enabling everything they do just because they are a woman. And we'll get into more of that when we get into our topic.
All right. So Everybody kind of expressed their point, right? We got one last one. I will say that I was in the grocery store and I seen Johnny. Johnny, I caught him. This is real time footage of Johnny talking to one of them Cajuns.
It's way too tall.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Are you
Nah,
pretty?
chill, bro.
I'm sorry about grabbing your
She
hand.
locked in.
Yeah.
She locked in.
Save you?
What?
That's my name, Save you.
Savior, I thought you were saying. I thought you were about to say I look like Hannah Montana.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say that. I like your smile though. Let
Oh,
me
he
take
is
your
up.
number. You ain't got no boyfriend, now, do you?
She ready.
Oh, that's good. I see mom on your shirt, so
Yeah, I got 2 kids. Is that okay?
yeah, that's cool.
She like, all right.
You gonna call me?
Yeah, of course. That's why I got your number for. Here you go.
All right, thank
That's
you.
my number. Save it.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
All right, you too, baby.
Love your smile.
Thank you.
He just got to eat her.
Johnny, is that the play by play? Talk
What
to
was
me.
that?
I said, is that the play by play right there? Is that you out where the white bar is it? South End?
No, but I will say this though. No matter the colors, because you know I get the whole chicken, bro. No white meat, no dark meat. Give me the whole chicken. But the whole chicken. I want all of it. But they do say meeting the chicken at the grocery store is like one of the best places to meet a joint. And so
Have you bagged the Cajun at the grocery store before?
I ain't had no luck at the grocery store, but I do be. I just was at Food Line, so maybe I need to try Harris Teeter Public.
Man, that shit only work for tall niggas. Johnny going to jail. He grabbed that white woman hand and then going to jail.
Lock him up.
Lock him up. Lock him up.
No.
That's hilarious.
He talked to us.
But she was ready. She was ready though.
You said what?
You say she was ready.
Yeah,
like,
she was locked
she
in.
acting like she prayed for that, and that's her lucky day.
Yeah,
she was almost too easy.
Kids. No,
Almost
nobody
too
don't
easy.
care you got no kids. I ain't trying to marry you. Like, I don't care about your kids, and niggas ain't trying to marry you and they're trying to clap, baby. It's fine. I ain't gonna meet them anyway.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, but not listen. A very interesting pairing that I do see a lot. One, I'll say I be out in the AAU streets, and the mulattoes they are running wild out there. Like, and you like one of the interesting pairings that you do see.
All them Trey Youngs.
Yeah, the little Trey Youngs. They
It be them AAU basketball boys.
Trey Youngs and LaMelos everywhere.
Yeah,
They
but
cutting the coke.
when you see the parents, like some of them unlikely pairings be the dreadheads and that white woman that look like her right there.
Mm-hmm.
You either get that or you get the blonde with the tech guy with the polo. Like those are like the two ones you're gonna see a lot. It's like the kind of short, stocky tech guy with the polos, with just like like a casual white lady, or you get like the trailer park Becky and the guy with the dreads, like those, and she be turned. She be team mom. She got the little blonde, the little streak, and
got the streaks. Yep.
Yeah, it's guaranteed every time. And her son can jump out the gym every time. You guarantee it. You can guarantee it. All right, so
got a daddy feeds.
Yeah, right. It's weird how that happened, right? Shout out to Blake Griffin. All right, so I guess it's to the conversation at hand. I'll push play on this. It's about 2 minutes, and from there we can start the conversation. We can give. We'll push play. We can start the conversation. I guess that's the easy.
Family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So
Clearly.
if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still
All right. I guess, fellas, what is y'all initial reaction? Do you think she said something crazy, something wrong? Was it disrespectful? Was it justified? I don't know. What was your thoughts?
I don't think it was crazy or wrong. I just think it didn't have to be public. Like, you know, for your husband, for your kids to see that one day that their mama didn't want to have them. Like, what? How did this even happen? Like, the white girl's like, let me interview. Like, why are you on a podcast? Like, it's just nobody. and it's like I used to
she need to stay in the kitchen.
Not even that, but it's
Working
like
that curry goat.
Understand?
Said, why is she on a podcast? You say, man, she shouldn't be talking to the public, huh?
No, talk about your dreams. Talk about cooking. Talk about it. Why don't talk about your husband and your kids and your relationships and your feelings to platforms that don't really care about nothing but content and engagement anyway? Like, that white girl don't care about you. These women don't care about you. And that's what irritates me the most in this whole thing is women's reaction and how selective they are and how short their memory is. Because I remember when they all hated Ayesha Curry when she said they dress like hoes or, you know, she don't dress like that. And all the women's like, oh, she prudish, she this and that. And it's like women pick and choose when they want to ride for something based on what they like. And they are good at misinterpreting men's perspectives. Like, men are not saying that women shouldn't have dreams or goals or they should shut up. They're saying that your man did nothing wrong that we know of. Unless he's some secret crazy monster behind closed door, we go find out later. I don't think he is. The nigga's closing in on $1 billion. If you can't fucking make your dreams happen with all of these resources, that's you and your boring fault. Like, if you couldn't have control over your body, your choice, and I just got pregnant after I got married, like, that's what happens. People get married, they have unprotected sex, they get pregnant. She acting like it was such a surprise. And, you know, it's like it makes you seem unsatisfied in a world where people are struggling and you have everything and your man is everything, like one of the fucking goats. You're the only wife always doing these interviews, always on The View, always these places, you know, but just accept your man is a star. We only know him because of you. And I used to like her because I genuinely thought she was that type of girl, but then I realized she want to be a freak. She want to be a hoe, and she's been like putting this out recently, like, you know, kind of If you watch The View, when they had the naked man came out in The View, she's acting like she's taking her wedding ring off when the stripper come out, and like corny stuff like that. It's like, stop embarrassing, bro. Like when Savannah did that little stint of a podcast, she didn't talk about the relationship once. You know, they talking about all the millions of other topics. She didn't mention her internal dealings with LeBron, and that shit got cut short quick just because he probably said something to her. I don't like the perception.
They had a little scandal and she ended really quick.
Hey, look, but you can't compare. Savannah been with Bron when everything started. She probably got as much PR training as any nigga in the league, like more than even Steph probably.
But hold on. But that's what I was gonna say too, though. I think like I don't think she disrespectful or like a mean or like anything like that. I just think she just is like super unaware of her perception in the media, and I think she needs like I said, I think she needs the media training because I just think she's because I think women talk like that. I don't see nothing wrong with like what she said, but I think it's the fact that like it's a continuous thing. It's not the first time that her actions.
She told on herself in that interview. She said, "I can't keep nothing to myself
and do that." But I will give her a little grace because I think she might have tapped into it there at the end, where like I don't know like necessarily where that like. It feels like it's like you said, an unsatisfied thing, but I think she might have even touched on a little bit. She didn't say this, but I do know women deal with like postpartum depression sometimes. A lot of times, having kids and stuff like that. That may
they like got the mental health.
I got to, but got to. I'm out here trying to give grace because I don't think she a bad person, but I think she's super unaware and like. I think it is something unsatisfied. Hey man, leave me alone, man. I'm trying to.
I knew you was gonna bring it up. I was gonna bring it up for you, Johnny, but you beat me to the punch.
I'm just trying to say because it got to be something. And she even talked about like the kids and like after like a year, something clicked in there. But I know she's had more kids since then, and so like you never know how that like how
things out. Boy.
Man,
women deal with that differently too. So I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I can't speak on that.
I feel like she comes off as tone deaf. Ultimately, it's like I don't know. It's like I think the overarching point of I saw myself as a career-oriented woman, and now I'm this like mom and a four in a family isn't what I envisioned for myself growing up. Like I can understand that overarching point, right? But the way she articulated it as if like, she said she didn't want to get married, didn't want to have kids. It'd be one thing if she says that and the history is you got pregnant well before you got married and then you got married after the kid and like things were kind of like not planned. But to my knowledge, they got married at a relatively early age and they did that on their own doing. So it's like, if you say you didn't see yourself getting married, but then you go get married, I find that just like, I don't quite understand how you're articulating what you're trying to say. And then when you say like, and I didn't want to have kids, but then you go on to have four, I'm like asking myself, are you trying to say this nigga Steph is like forcing you to have kids, or did you want to like have these kids when you had them? I'm kind of wondering from that perspective. But to Johnny's point, like I do agree that like it takes women a long time to bounce back when it comes to just hormones and feelings like themselves and having a new identity, being a mom versus prior to that. So I can understand that not only is she adjusting to being a mom, she's adjusting to Steph becoming a whole new type of nigga. Like we gotta admit, like he, the Steph she met wasn't the Steph that ended up that we know today as like the icon that he is. So that has to be tough to deal with. People try to make it seem like, oh, because he got the money, then life has to be so easy. But when you with an icon like that, I wouldn't never say like that would be easy. Like I wouldn't say Savannah James had it easy, for example. I wouldn't say Ayesha has it easy either. It's like these are like two of the most iconic niggas at their craft, and these women were basically around for the whole run. So I'll give them that respect to say it can't be easy. You got to sacrifice a lot. You always in a nigga's shadow, and you're always going to be known as such and such's wife. So it's like I can respect the overarching idea, but how she articulates her feelings, I think, comes off very tone deaf to the point there that she don't really understand how she's coming across to the public.
Can I ask y'all, as two married men, like if you saw your wife on a podcast tomorrow, you woke up and she was saying she never wanted to get married. No, how would that make you feel?
I personally wouldn't care. Especially if we've gotten married. Like, so for example, like my wife, prior to me, she didn't want to have kids. And that's what she told the guy that she talked to before. But with me, she was open to having kids, and we've had kids. And that's not a thing. But if she goes on a podcast and says, I didn't want to have kids initially, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because that was already a conversation that I knew of. That was how she felt. And when I entered the situation and our relationship became what it was, there wasn't any forcing, there wasn't any coercion. Like, she wanted to, and we had kids, right? And so, like, I don't know. I wouldn't look at it any kind of way.
But specifically about marriage, not even just the kids. You know, like she asked, like, oh, how you and G doing? Marriage is great. You know, it's cool. I never really wanted to be married, but you know, now that I am, I've gotten used to it. It's like, why would you say yes when you proposed to if you didn't want to get married?
But so let's get some context, because I think the lady on the podcast basically asked her something around the effect of, you have 4 kids. Is this what you saw for yourself being like a family? I think she asked a question around the fact that you now have 4 kids. Did you see all this from the start? And so her response was, no, I didn't. I didn't want to be married. I didn't want to have kids. Like, so she's answering a question as it relates to, like, did you see yourself with all these kids?
And to be fair, I think that she's also speaking from, like, when she was young, like a younger perspective. Like, there is a bunch of parts inside the interview where she kind of speaks to, like, him being the love of her life, and him, like, her being falling head over heels and different things like that. But like that spot where she's talking about her winning a career and her reflecting on, like, 16-year-old her, to me, I wouldn't feel a way if my wife at 16, 17 had dreams of being, like, whatever the fuck, an astronaut or anything, and never wanting to get married or having kids. It would be what your sentiment was with me when we got together. That'd be me personally.
If so, I'll say this, Black. If I'm a nigga like Steph Curry, you don't need to say that about me. Like the PR team, I feel like we have a certain brand to uphold, and so because of that, because I'm Steph, when you do speak on me, don't say I can't resonate with you. Like, what are you talking about? I can't resonate and relate. Like little things like that. That would have been the biggest pet peeve for me personally, if I was just looking at it. Not so much what she said about wanting kids, being married, but once you start saying resonate, once you start saying, she was like, did you try to talk to him about it? And she'd be like, and then she said, oh, you're great. He was gracious, but he just can't resonate. And then I'm like, those things I would have preferred you not say about me in this interview. That's where I feel like she personally crossed the line.
Was that part that crazy though? Like, if she,
I didn't say it was that crazy. I just think, like, that's where she crossed the line. That's just to me where she crossed the line.
Wouldn't have liked.
For me, if that, like, I would prefer you could talk about you. You could talk about you. Your feelings, how you didn't want to be married, how you didn't want to have kids, and if somebody say, "Did you talk to your husband about this?" You can say, "I did."
That's not,
and that could be that. You don't need to talk about how I don't resonate with you, and don't do that
part with that at all. She was talking about her career.
And no.
She identity. If we go back,
she's just talking about the part where she said he doesn't resonate. He like being referred to.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh, so just saying resonate, not the fact that she was talking about it dealing with her having a lost identity and being wrapped up and not being able to chase the career, and him not being able to resonate with that because he's living out his dream career. I think that's like a fair.
Nah. I don't like how she framed. Now we could go back and play it. The way that I heard it was,
you talking about
the girl asked her, "Did you talk to Steph about this?" And she tried to say. And she tried to say, I did, he's gracious, but he just can't resonate with me. He doesn't understand. He's like, why does this even matter? Like she went through some examples and stuff. For me personally, don't do that.
What's funny is this interview.
Do the no. No.
Nah, that's funny with this interview. It was a long interview. The only part that's viral is her talking about her relationship with Steph. Because nobody gives a fuck about nothing else she's talking about. And I guarantee if she didn't mention him once, we wouldn't have even seen that thing. Like, so even still in the midst of your dreams, this man is still catapulting your voice. Like, I don't get it. And then the thing with the marriage is like, women make marriage like, on one hand, the cornerstone of success. If you're serious about them, you marry them. You're like, marriage is held to this thing. And then they're framing it as like marriage is a hindrance. It's holding you back from your dreams and your goals. So it's like, which one is it? Because the women just flip flop back and forth. Like, and I feel like
it would depend on like the individual woman. Like some women want to be kept women, and then some women want to go out and like.
I think it's a fair thing for a woman to say, I lost my identity after being married and having kids, or just even after having kids. Like I can understand like how transformative that is and how it's like who you were has to adjust. I can understand that.
These with women, they'll often say that after becoming a mom, they didn't know who they was.
A lot of NBA, NFL players say after they retire, they don't have no identity either, and they lost in trying to find themselves. So I mean, it goes both ways. It's no guarantee if she didn't get married and have kids, her dreams would have been fulfilled. You know, her career girl, all that stuff. She would have been successful. There is nothing this woman would have done in her dreams that will get her to this level of wealth and notoriety and fame that she has right now.
I will say there's one thing that I just speculate.
G, hold on. Before you add that, I just want to say, because like Steph, like I think it matters how he feels too. Because we talking about personally, and I think Steph hasn't necessarily said that he felt disrespected.
No, he's defending her.
Yeah, that's not his character. He's always gonna like support her because of this, because he feels like, all right, but like we don't necessarily. So I just gotta support everything she says and does in the public, you know, because that's his way of supporting her dreams. Her part of it is like having a voice, being able to go on podcasts. I support you. That's what you want to do. Go ahead, wife. Do your thing.
So I might even encourage her to say some of that stuff, because if that's how she feels,
he ain't encouraging that. That man is practicing and like worried about he's not. I guarantee the way their life and their schedule and training camp is set up, she's just off doing shit. People are like, oh, they had a conversation in bed and she's about to go. He didn't know that. He just defend her.
I feel like
she said he talked to him about it at one point.
I feel like if the thing that, so I said the part that I personally didn't like about like talking about me, my ability to resonate. Like I feel like we could leave that off the script. But where I also feel like is a bit of an eyebrow raiser is in hearing more clips from the interview. It basically sounds like when she got with Steph and stayed with Steph, she didn't think he would become Steph Curry. Like she didn't. He's
been lit though. He's been lit since AAU.
No. Let's be honest. He can't be that lit when you go to Davidson. You can't be so lit when you go to Davidson.
Hey, hold on. I almost went to Davidson. I got accepted.
No. But you're not but so lit at that time period. If you end up playing ball at Davidson, let's just be honest.
Ain't believe in him because of his size, but everywhere he played, he was good.
Listen,
we took them boys to the Elite Eight.
But Johnny, I think that you was engineering for this. We done had Anthony Morrow and friends all talk about how the two guys that actually made it to the league, they was the last men on the bench in the AAU teams. Ish Smith and Steph Curry. So much that both of them, even though Dale Curry, he was the founder of the AAU, his son ended up going out and playing somewhere else. Like that,
Yeah.
that was the scenario of Steph playing basketball. I think even
Steph took a generational run in that tournament as a junior. Like before the NCAA tournament, Steph was not on anybody's radar. Like, so let's just be clear. Like Steph turned into something overnight. Now, look, I'm not saying that she should have thought Steph was going to do X, Y, or Z. But what I'm just simply saying is it sounds like she got with a nigga who she didn't necessarily think was going to do much. Like that's what it sounds like to me. And if I'm that nigga, I'm like, damn, you ain't believing me like that, boo.
Hey, G, how about this perspective? Maybe the nigga really liked this chick. Maybe he always wanted her. It sounded like in high school,
like when they get married.
And then, but I'm saying, but like niggas act like they ain't never had a girl they really wanted, and like they ain't go after her, and they finally get the like he
yeah, this is the one. This is one. Yeah.
School. Like so, I mean, I can't be mad at him. The nigga literally was like probably wanted this chick, and he probably waited. He probably like, look, I'm such and such, and eventually he won her over. But that's a normal thing, I thought. Like niggas supposed to get the
can't
woman
even
that,
cheat,
like,
man. She gonna take half. He's stuck.
I guess I'm the outlier POV on this one. I don't know if we just go by like her words, anything that she said that was crazy. I think if I just look at it in a lens of her getting together with like 17 years old, seniors in high school,
2011,
and them going through the that's when they got married.
Yeah, they got
that
married.
might have been when he graduated. Right after he graduated.
Yeah, that was after they graduated. But yeah, my understanding, like they got together like 17 years old,
right?
High school, they went to college together, and again,
so they were dating before college.
Like Johnny, I think you
Correct.
said you went on campus with Steph when you went to your Davidson visit.
It's one of the best visits. Shout out to David.
That's why I'm saying he was like under the radar,
a mid-major talent, in which I think if I understand it correctly from the story that he tells, he had an option to walk on over at VTech because that's where his dad went, or he can go and get some bump at Davidson. He chose Davidson because he'll really play. Mm-hmm. But if you understand going mid-major out of high school, there's not really this idea that you're really going to make it. So much the idea was that he was going to be a high school coach and she was going to be a career woman. That was like the conversation that they had.
Right.
And you blink your eyes and Steph Curry put up 30 on Duke in the tournament. And then it's like, oh shit, we got traction, baby. And I think that a lot can change and a lot of things can move with it. And like time can move really fast. And you can look back and be like, oh shit, 10 years have passed and I'm here and shit that moved so fast that I forgot about some of these things that I wanted to check off my off the checklist. And when you look back, you'd be like, damn, the little girl in me or the little boy in me, I'm a guy. So like the little guy in me will look back and be like, damn, I wanted to do X, Y, and Z, but I got so caught up in doing like all my responsibilities that I kind of forgot some of the like those things that would have helped me keep my identity. And then reflecting back, like to me, when I heard the conversation, it sounded like she said, I was never one to fantasize about putting on a dress to get married or like having a bunch of kids or anything like that. To me, that's different than saying I didn't want to get married and I didn't want to have kids. But her saying like, I see myself as like a career woman, business woman, getting out there, getting it. To me, I think that's a fair fair like thought to have. Like, damn, I thought that I was gonna go get it. Shit happened really fast. Because I also haven't heard her say that she was ungrateful or that she didn't like Steph or hint anything negative about Steph.
But that's how it comes off like indirectly sometimes.
Something about his inability to resonate. That's kind of negative.
Yeah, it comes off like.
But hold on, but see, but what I was gonna say,
I think that's fair.
No, what I was gonna say, I agree. I don't think she said nothing wrong, but I think her problem is she trying to have like that girl talk kind of talk on a podcast where like sometimes that's just how women like speak. But I don't think it's necessarily disrespectful. I think her only problem is that the only time we talk about her on the main thing is when it has to do with when she's speaking about Steph or something she's doing.
But that's also because Steph is like if we look at the NBA in the past 10 years and we look at ratings and like who's like faces plastered, it's LeBron and Steph. Like both of them, if their wives speak, people are going to hyper critique anything that they say. And that's why Savannah shit was short-lived. Like it was critiques talking about an outfit, talking about the small little innuendos. And I'm sure Bron just snapped it really quickly. But like that's naturally what's going to happen. But I also think that like it's the space where I don't know if we actually care what women think, right, or how they feel per se, because I think it's like mad podcasts, in my opinion, that guys get and they get on and they talk about, damn, it'd be hard to stay faithful. It'd be hard to do X, Y, and Z. It like these are like common podcast conversations that
They be right
and,
there.
and her just saying, damn, I wish I chased my dream. Niggas like, oh shit. And I think that that's like an interesting concept.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with
I also
that.
think it's Steph too, though. I think niggas just kind of like,
because he ain't got no chinks. I get it. Like he ain't got no chinks. Run. Neither one of them got chinks. So if they woman say something or if his son bad, we gonna drag.
You remember when Ayesha had a cooking show?
She had a whole like cooking
This
run.
was like I'll be meaning by short memory because I really used to like her and follow her heavily and stuff. And I remember her being on that show talking about she living her dream. She always wanted to do this stuff. And then I remember her cutting it off, saying that she got bored with it as well. So it's like, do you honestly believe she don't have the resources or the space with nannies or family to help with kids to where if there's something that she wants to accomplish, she can't? Like, I feel like the only thing that's limiting her.
Nobody's saying that she can't. I think she was just. I think she was just like
She's saying she can.
Well, I don't think that she can't as much as like she doesn't like right now. Even what we're saying kind of speaks to what she's saying, where most of our identity is wrapped up in Steph Curry. So no matter
in the history of sports, do you know any sports star whose wife had motion on an equal level that wasn't already?
All right, so I guess like you make it a
point.
Yeah, because I don't think that she's ever going to have Steph Curry motion, and like that just is what it is.
But I mean, even like her own lane or something that's like consistently hers. It's like or any wife.
So I think that what she's hoping for is a pipe dream.
He said any wife.
Right.
I'm saying any wife in the history of sports. When does this happen?
I think that's what she. But I think that a Black. I think that's what she's speaking to, and that's the only thing. Like she's venting it. She's not saying she's ungrateful. She's just saying maybe I had these things going on before. I didn't necessarily get to accomplish or chase those things.
Your husband worth $800 million.
Call you on. I think that they have made a whole industry based around basketball wives and girlfriends. Them motherfuckers then found their way, like whether it's Shaquille O'Neal wife, Larsa Pippen, like they, like all the little basketball wives, they do be finding their way to make careers out of being messy divorcees for sure.
Yeah,
but
that seems like that's got to be her next path.
I hope not, but to me, I think that she's searching for a pipe dream. But I also understand from a human level of like losing yourself or what you felt was yourself inside a relationship, and then looking back and like, damn, like I don't know who I am specifically.
I totally understand that. I don't want
this leads me to this question. So I'm gonna throw it to you first, Hey Black. Have any of y'all ever, inside any relationship that you've been in, lost yourself for a period of time?
Yes,
absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, that is a real thing, but I'm still not going on no podcast to talk about it while I'm still in a relationship. Now, if we done broke up and stuff, or we're divorced and we're exes, and I'm telling my truth and it's my story, that's one thing. You do the podcast, I still got to go home to this person that I just said I ain't never really want to be married to, or that don't resonate with me, or that don't understand that I still had dreams and goals. And he's like, what more can you possibly dream about? I've given you everything. You can do anything.
I get it.
What more do you want? Why are y'all so insatiable?
Me. What's the Tyrese me?
Oh yeah.
What more do you want from me?
What do you want? Because it's like the women are never satisfied, bro. Like she got all of this and it still ain't enough.
I get it.
Like a lot of people ain't satisfied. The people, I'm saying the people who commit suicide the most are some of the richest people. Like a lot of, like I think that's just a human nature thing, like in being insatiable. But I think with the fact what she's speaking on is like it has real valid facts as far as like if I had certain dreams and my life got not necessarily derail, but it took a different path. No matter how grateful I am for this path, I still mourn the person who I could have been. And I think that's all she's saying. Now,
It's just pointless to me because it's like you're never gonna be that person. Embrace
but
who
that's
you
her.
are,
But I mean,
who
I
you
think she's speaking
become.
on like her truth. And I will say this: like Steph Curry, it seems like he's very comfortable with his woman going out and doing that. So it seems like these might be things he already know about her, things they've discussed. Because like anytime like these things come out, he always have his woman back. So it make me think that like he got to be solid with the shit. Or
Yeah, I think Steph don't really care that much. It's just like whatever, happy wife, happy life. You want to go on a podcast today, baby? Go ahead. Like I'm about to go keep making these millions, being great, making these threes that you can't resonate with because you can't make a three. Like
they don't like
go
that
do
resonate
go do all of that. But like I say, have dreams, have goals. Everything is
She
just
can't
not for
resonate
public
to be a
consumption.
triple team the whole game, huh? She don't even understand that type of
nigga, I
pressure.
shoot
Never
43.3% from
never got
three.
trapped at full
She
court.
can't resonate with that 94 feet pickup. She
50,
can't even
40,
resonate.
90. Shorty resonate with that.
If I'm Steph, I'm like, bitch, I had to play against LeBron in multiple finals. Can you resonate with that? Like,
hey, she
Well,
can't.
say he would probably say that on his podcast. She just don't get it.
Man.
Oh, but I guess my only I don't know if it's pushback, but I asked you this question. So from the To Be Fair show to just the guests and maybe sometimes here on Unpacked, we get some married guys that get on here and drag and say some wild shit also. Does the same thing apply to married men, or is it just kind of like a one-way street?
No,
what's
you
an
got
example of a married
both.
man is
both.
Say that
A lot of married men get lost.
Things that I can't. Well, I can say because I guess all of them be. It's a bunch. What will be one that would stick?
I ain't never heard a married man on a podcast be like, I ain't never really gonna marry her. But
It's let me see.
Well, like going to the club or something.
Not the same. Say names. Like we didn't had like married men speak about cheating. What isn't cheating? What like we can kind of go down the line.
Oh yeah, these
but like are they speaking their truth?
Listen, I'm avoiding
my truth.
Make sure that I don't get. Listen. Yeah, Johnny,
incriminate somebody. Plead the fifth, nigga.
I'm not incriminating. That's why I'm not going for debate. But I'm trying to think of like what are the more easier ones that I can say. But like there's been times that like married men come on the podcast.
If a nigga got a definition of cheating and his girl agree to that definition, then he can talk about that.
People come back and retract and walk back statements for sure. Like those things be happening all the time. Like this isn't like a
no. Husband's got a duty too,
and you just get some shit off and then be like, damn. And then
husband's got a duty too. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. You know, LeBron do a great job of it. He don't never make Savannah look crazy out in public. He don't never say nothing crazy. He know the cameras around. He look like the family guy. He's just here to happy to see his wife. Even if it's real or not real, he knows how to make it, package it up.
I got a question, G. And this is for the married men. Hey, Black, you in this too. You engaged. You better be there. But as a man, if you are the provider, do you get more of a pass?
Yeah,
if you're the breadwinner, if you're like in a position like Steph or like a LeBron, do you get more of a pass for doing that to your woman?
Oh yeah, see that was listen. I didn't see heard.
I say, do you get a pass? Like, does it matter? Like,
here's what I'll say. See, these other niggas they don't got the equity. They don't want to answer. They don't want to answer because they don't got the equity.
I have no problem answering. I'm laughing at A Black.
Yeah, A Black hilarious. Like
I'm just saying, like
dialogue got to be. Listen, only sign language.
I'm happy to answer that question. I'm happy to answer that question.
Like I don't believe in if you're the breadwinner you get the cheat and what is it? What
I didn't say cheat. I didn't say cheat. I'm talking about just like the like maybe like the like the talking about your relationship and not
you get to drag more.
No, Johnny, are we talking about extremes like a LeBron amount of money, a Steph amount of money, or are we just talking about like regular nigga doing the breadwinning? Like what levels we talking? Because it's levels.
I'll start with Steph and LeBron level, and then I'll work around to just regular bread.
Because I'm gonna be honest, if I got Steph and LeBron money, I need leeway. because I don't know what it's like to just
you
have pussy
options and shit like
I
that.
don't know what it's like to have pussy thrown at me every single time I leave the house in every city I go to, no matter where I go, I don't know what that's like, brother. I don't know. So I just need a little bit of a pass to understand.
I know what it's like.
No,
Man,
you
I ain't got no money like
So,
that.
hey, Black, real quick. So this is an example of what
nigga, you old boy.
An example of what I was just talking about.
Stephen Bryan, boy.
Now have a married man giving this statement on the podcast. Would it be okay? Is that okay? And if a woman gave that statement, would it be okay?
I'm being honest.
Man,
So was
man
Ayesha.
or woman. If you're married,
Hey, look, but I'm not saying nothing about her. I'm just saying about the weakness of myself. I'm talking about G. I'm talking about the weakness of man.
Would it be cool if say the inverse got on, like a woman got on and said that exact
I
same?
would expect her to say the same if we're talking extremes. If we're talking like Oprah.
I'm not talking about you. I'm actually.
Okay. My bad.
Hey, Black.
Yeah, I'll pick up from that. I mean, it's a rare dynamic, but I'll play into it. And if I'm dating a $500 million woman, baby, you can do whatever you want to do.
Oprah can get on the pod, so Oprah can get on the podcast and be like, "Listen, when I go to Turkey and Caicos, I gotta what's the name of that movie?
Stella Got a Groove Back.
Stella Got a Groove Back. There we go. Yeah. She got to get a groove back. Oprah get a groove back.
What you think I'm gonna be doing with her money while she doing that?
All right, so that's I'm only trying to find out.
This is why men and women are different, because it's like we wouldn't care. Like I know niggas that's like taking a woman money, doing whatever. Like, listen, if I don't know where we ever see that, because women with money typically go date a man with money. They don't typically date down or bring no man up. But if that rare case that happens, I'm not pushing back. Do what you want to do. That's what you want to do. As long as I'm getting my money and I'm getting my lifestyle and I got the crib,
come on.
I'm
I get you. And so right now we're just trying to sparse out baselines. Johnny went to the extreme of like Steph and LeBron when it came down to, can you get on podcasts and talk crazy? And so I just wanted to see, like, what's the extreme to where with Oprah money, she can get on the podcast and talk crazy. I want to see, like, when does it get to where she got to shut the fuck up and you better not say shit about me on this podcast? I'm trying to see like what the levels are. Johnny, what's the next range that we got?
If you go down then from Steph, LeBron, then you probably got to go Miles Turner.
No, that's still crazy buku dollars. We still talking like that's still extreme.
So are we leaving the league now?
Like let's leave entertainment. Let's leave the world of entertainment. Let's get back to like,
let's get to like housewife, and he pays all the bills, does all that stuff. Like she's a trophy wife. He's $200,000 man or something like that. Got a really good job.
You're gonna have leverage when you taking care of somebody. Just like when you stay with your parents. And you in my house, you do what I say. Now, when you an adult, you got more leeway. But if you don't pay no bills, that's part of the exchange that you give up. Is this person is the leader, and there's certain things I'm not going to be able to do. And if I want to do it, then my ass about to start paying half, and then I can do what I want to do too. That's just how it is. If I live with, which I couldn't,
you got to pay for speech.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's levels to it. Like, you can talk to me, but I don't think man or woman, if you're married, man or woman, your relationship is not for public consumption.
She can talk to me.
Your relationship is not for public consumption when you're married.
Ears, baby.
Because we see over and over again what happens when people start publicizing their relationship. They typically start having a faster downfall because now
I don't agree. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
If you're still in a current marriage and it's not like Rocky, it's not for entertainment purposes. Like, this is a real thing, because you're going to add another layer that's unnecessary to our marriage. I'm a top basketball player. I don't need no distractions right now. And this is what this is to me, is a distraction. My wife, my wife online again.
Back on the point. But I got to ask you now. So 200, like if she's making $200,000 and she the breadwinner, can she get on the podcast and talk her shit?
She can only get on the walkie-talkie and talk to him.
Only,
That's
only
it.
okay, that's
Nah,
it.
200,000 ain't enough for me to like. for
But
my-
if he is the breadwinner, 200,000, can he get on the podcast and talk his shit?
I don't think so either. I don't think it's cool
Okay, so,
either way.
so,
I
so
don't think it's cool
breadwinner
either
don't
way.
matter. You just got to be like buku rich.
I think if you get to that level, there's a certain way you can't be normal no more. You're not a normal girl no more, Ayesha. You just have to accept that, and because of that, you can't do what regular girls could do, which is get
That's
online
kind of
and talk
true.
their
That's
business.
kind of true right there.
That's
It's not
it.
normal. It's not normal. That's a fact.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
she's over 2 decades into this, and it's still like we still on this. It's like, come on. I don't have no problem with women having feelings, expressing themselves, talking and speaking and stuff like that. But in certain situational cases, like with her man and him about to start NBA season, I think they already doing preseason games and stuff. I don't want no distractions, man. Like this, don't get our name in the public sphere for no BS or anything. I don't even want to have to be in a position where I gotta defend you. I'm going to because we're a family. You got my kids, but I don't even want to be in that position where I gotta defend you. Like
I think that's fair. I do think that's fair in terms of causing unnecessary distractions as a professional athlete. You don't really want to be on the court and then at the post game, niggas is asking you questions about your significant other because of some shit
and you
they
know they
said in the
going to.
news.
You know they going to. It's like, damn, I gotta worry about Kaminga signing again. I got old ass Al Hartford coming over here, and I got real shit I'm dealing with. Like the shit that provides your lifestyle to have time to go sit and look pretty and talk. Like I don't want no distractions like that. And I just understand. It seems like a lot of other wives get that, and they do their best to make sure they're facilitated. But Ayesha is stuck on being her own person and her own star, her own this, and it's like, baby, you not it. You're very pretty, but you just ain't got nothing else going. You don't got no motion.
And I get that. I think that there's probably a couple things in play. One, I will say that I do think that the majority of basketball wives end up being crash outs. I don't think that Brittany Renner is like the outlier. I think that most of them just don't have big enough platforms to where they can crash out, or their guy's not big enough inside the sense of like a Steph or LeBron,
a true star.
But the divorce rate and the social media drama shit, it runs rampant. I don't think like it's explicit to her, but I think that another thing that's probably interesting to say, and I think that maybe you started alluding to it before we got on. I wonder if she was already this type of person beforehand. And if she was already that type of person beforehand and in college, Steph understood what he was marrying also.
That's true.
And that would be the other side to the coin, in my opinion.
I don't think so. I think Ayesha has been intoxicated by the attention that she gets every time.
She's the baddest one in her high school. That's a different level of attention.
And she was. So it's like, I don't know if y'all ever heard the quote how a lot of women, I don't want to say their brain, but it's like they don't really evolve past like 17. A lot of women, as far as like how they respond, their emotions and stuff. And a lot of them kind of get stuck in that space. But she's still in her mind, and she is hot. I didn't go front. Ayesha's fine, but she's
is that like a study you read?
No, it's a real thing. I'll send it to you. I'm not articulating it right, but the thing is like emotionally, a lot of women don't develop past like their high school years.
But isn't that like men too?
I think that most people peak inside high school.
Yeah, I think that's like a human thing versus a woman thing.
True.
If we being fair.
Yeah, men and women. If that was your peak, then that might be where you are emotionally still at in a lot of ways because you're always trying to reclaim your peak. So I think that it can be men and women for sure. But yeah, I think she was always kind of used to being this hot girl, and she's gotten attention in certain spurts over the years, and she likes it. She likes her name in the news. She likes that she gets called for interviews and stuff. So I think fame and money definitely changes people. So I don't think she's always. I wouldn't say she's like this before, and Steph didn't see it. I think that they've been together over 20 years, and she's changed. You know, people change, and then you got that money, that fame, and your husband who just continues to rise and rise and break limits. You know, she's just evolving and changing like what she values and still trying to seek attention. I feel like
I don't know. To me, more times than not, most people, especially women, they show you who they are fairly, like within about 1 to 2 years. They kind of show you like certain traits where, like, if you're attention seeking, you can kind of like pick up on that. If they're
like when I'm 17 versus like 37, that's a 20-year gap of change. Like she could have been the most wholesome type girl, like the shit that Steph fell in love with had like none of this. Now she living the life. She's a millionaire. She wearing this, she wearing that. That changes somebody's psyche and their value. Like she is completely a different person than probably who he met. And so if they don't grow together, they're gonna split. But I'm hoping that they're evolving together.
To me,
Why you think they go? Why you think they gonna split?
Right?
Because his dad split.
Oh, they
And,
did.
I mean, only way they won't split. I don't know their prenup agreement. I don't know their prenup agreement, but
Like they got like a 9.
Hey, it was not a lot to sign for when they got married with their prenup. Like he didn't have a Curry brand in 2011, to my knowledge.
Oh yeah, this
like
is like ankle injury Curry.
yeah, exactly. I don't think he had the Under
ankle
Armour
brace,
deal.
which
He
means
definitely
that
wasn't who he was.
he got the money and that contract and all that stuff within the marriage. Means she's entitled to that stuff. Like that would be one of the biggest divorces in history since probably Bezos. Like she would leave with a lot. So Steph's not going nowhere.
But I guess to be fair, like I don't know her to have spoken about not wanting to be with Curry. I actually found, what is it? Oh, matter of fact, let's play a couple clips. We can play a couple clips, then we'll bring in Quincy and call then. But yeah, let's play a couple clips. We'll start off with Godfrey, then we'll go with Gilbert Arenas, and maybe we'll end with Ayesha.
A laptop about to die.
You want to get married to. He always gets all this attention, and I want people to look at me.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to do. I thought I was going to be a career girl, and that's it.
You want people to say, "Hey, girl, you got a fat ass. Ooh, I like it." He still ain't done. And I think personally that he's a great family man. He's a great husband. I think he shows lots of respect to his wife. You don't ever hear any controversy about this brother. He's a producer. I actually did some voices on an animation series that
He won't be getting any more work.
The guy, I mean, is just really a really good example of what a good husband is and a family man is. As much that probably gets thrown at him at all times because he's awesome. All right. Ayesha Curry is going around on these podcasts just yapping and being very disrespectful. This man works hard to show respect to you. I don't even think it's hard. I think he loves you that much that he goes, "This is my wife, this is my kids." And you're going on these podcasts complaining about, "Oh, I didn't really want to get married to him. I mean, I didn't really want to do this. I didn't really want to do that." Yeah, you did. Why did you get married to him? Then why don't you change your last name? I bet you if you divorced him, you'd keep the last name. And I'm not trying to put him down at all, but I don't like what she's saying. What do you want? People are looking at you, but men are being respectful because Stephen Curry is a respectable dude. That's why. I know social media shows a bunch of really dysfunctional relationships, but Stephen Curry's not a corny dude. You're making him seem like he's corny. It's like what they say about Sierra and her husband. You know, just because a guy takes care of his kids, treats his wife right now, he's a cornball. What is this kind of image? This silly shit. He's making it easy for you to do things in life. You can start a cooking show, do whatever you want. You're a Curry now. But now you saying all this shit after 2 kids or whatever, and I didn't really want. That's a bunch of insecure bullshit to me. And I'm not being disrespectful to you. But there's a lot of good men out here. I know a lot of you women like to say men ain't shit, but some of you women ain't shit. I said some of you women ain't shit either. Yeah, not every man is
Godfrey
horrible.
clout chasing though.
There's a lot of women that are married to dope dudes, dope men, And there's a lot of women that shit on men and cheat on men also.
Hey, listen, I might be the only person that's on his wife's side because I understand what she is actually saying and the fact that so many people are hating this woman. Y'all are lost. I'm sorry. Y'all not understanding what she is really saying. She's saying she didn't see herself with kids. She didn't see herself married. She's seen herself as a career woman. She wasn't considering herself as a groupie. She didn't have preconceived this is going to be Steph Curry and I just want to marry him to sit under him. She didn't consider herself a basketball hoe or wife, meaning her intentions with him was purely about him and we just gonna be together and you gonna do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, you gonna be successful, I'm gonna be successful. And she said she fell into being a mother and being a stay-at-home wife. That wasn't her intentions. Think about the rest of these hoes out here. They are really wanting to be hoes. They want your money. They want to be NBA wives, to live the NBA wife life. That's what she's saying. That's what I'm listening to.
All right,
Yeah. I mean, of course, I agree with Godfrey. Like I said, I don't think she was, I want to say disrespectful. And
Nah,
to
hey,
Gilbert,
Godfrey's
Gilbert's
disrespectful.
point,
I'm cutting checks. Don't comment about my wife, nigga. If I'm
yeah,
cutting the check.
that's why I say I wouldn't say that. But as far as the Gilbert, like as far as him breaking down what she meant, and that ain't the point. It's like, why are you even talking at all? It's like, yeah, I understand what she's saying if you want to go deep, but why are we even talking about this at all? Like, why are you on this show? What do you gain from this? What does the world gain from this other than your business and like more shit to troll? How does this help your marriage? How does this like what is the benefit? I don't get it. Like that was the whole thing. I know exactly what she mean. The thing is like I shouldn't even know at all. And Gilbert is the dude I was talking about who retired and didn't know what to do with his life, and he used to riding around listening to music, because he didn't have no identity. So he probably resonates with her because, like I said, he's the opposite version of a player who's been playing basketball their whole life, retires, has all this money, and they don't have no identity now. So it goes both ways. But the whole thing is like, baby, you don't got to be online to talk about that. You got therapists, you got grandmas, family, friends. It shouldn't be on a podcast unless we divorced or something. Then go in, talk that stuff. I never wanted to be married. I wanted to be this, blah blah blah. We still together. The season about to start. Like, why is this even a conversation? It doesn't.
I bet nobody say nothing to Steph on the court.
Shit. If I was playing against him, he go cook me, but I'm gonna be saying all type of shit about Ayesha.
I'm not.
Shit.
I'm out.
If
I ain't
she
saying nothing about Ayesha.
Yeah,
that's a cold light skinned brother.
Tastes like Cheerios.
They say that never happened.
Oh,
happened.
Mello and KG.
Yeah. That shit happened. KG said that shit.
If she
actually tastes like Cheerios.
Directly about
honey nut.
Negative curry.
I don't think that Ayesha really wants to be with Steph. And I think that she the type that's going to
4 kids later.
Yeah, but I think she the type that's gonna end up getting out here in the streets, they get cracked and then regret it and wanting to come back with him, but she's given that I don't really want this, but I've accepted this but
she said have a
career. Hey, hold on. I gotta step in here because like I say, if that was my woman, like of course
Johnny.
I'd have like a little something to say because like of course my name is trending preseason. It should have been whatever. But my thing is like us as like men and like as like this is that man's relationship. And that man ain't done nothing. Like Cam said earlier in the meme about Travis Hunter. We did the same shit to him. The man ain't did nothing wrong, ain't did nothing. And so like all we can do is just sit and criticize his relationship when we don't know what's going on the inside. It's working for them. Steph's
but their ladies, Travis Hunter lady kind of played him though, if I remember correct.
But they not getting divorced. But I'm saying, but I'm saying, like some of these dudes, like when you have nothing else, all you can do is just criticize like their relationship with their woman.
Sure,
And it's
sure.
and it's like, who are we to sit up there and criticize some other man when like they're not divorced, they're making it work. And like a lot of dudes who sit up there talking like they couldn't even pull no Ayesha, whatever the other girl name is, like they
Well, she
ain't even in
give
that
about
league. And so like I ain't gonna sit up there and criticize like the woman. She doing whatever what women do. But like as long as Steph is happy, I'm okay. Like
No, like I said, the part that it struggles for me is just the idea that all she talked about was like, I wish I would have had a career. That's pretty much what she said in a nutshell, in my opinion.
that's
Like,
what women think. Yeah, she ain't say nothing.
but I don't know. Quincy, talk to us.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yep, yep.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, what's up, fellas?
What up?
All
What up? What up?
right, chilling. All right. Dang, it was a lot said, but yeah. So this is where I'll start.
Okay.
I think Ayesha and Sierra are the exact two sides of the same coin.
Okay.
Sierra hit them streets. She knew the streets weren't worth a damn. She went and got Russell. Ayesha locked down a quote unquote Russell up front. She ain't been out there in them streets
At all.
so
Yeah.
she can't appreciate Steph the way that Sierra appreciated Russell. Because she ain't been out there like that. And I think she really just want to go out there and have a little whole phase. And everybody, we all know, like, hey man, that gets old real quick. And but she's really kind of running her mouth a tad bit too much. And it's kind of she's showing a slip a little too much. Like, you just kind of pipe it down a little bit.
Okay.
But from a different angle, I think a lot of times when these conversations happen, it's less about what the celebrity said or what whoever said what or did what. And like as us men and women talking, black men and women talking, we're kind of gauging each other to see, like, do you understand our perspective, right? And it kind of seemed like women are they're kind of like tunnel vision, trying to identify with Ayesha, which I get it. On the surface level, all things equal, I get her wanting to be a business. I get it, and she wound up being a wife, and I get it. But once you kind of factor in everything else, like you with Steph Curry, you got the millions. You can start any business that you want. And you saying this to us regular folks who got to go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? This podcast is going out to regular people who on average make anywhere between 50 and 80 G's a year. And you telling us, oh, I wish I could have been. No, you still can be, regardless of how many kids you got, because you with Steph Curry. You got Steph Curry money, So from a woman's perspective, they want us to kind of understand that. But from a man's perspective, it is kind of like, hold on, man. Like, a lot of times we kind of, I don't know, it's always a moving goalpost. Like, what do we got to do for the women to be satisfied, right? And it's
More.
like, okay, right, more, exactly, more, right, right. No matter what it is, so you could be Steph Curry, legendary NBA player, 4-time champion, damn near worth $1 billion, the best shooter in the world. You ain't Sean Kemp with a bunch of kids. You ain't the typical basketball player, Zion Williamson, Karl Malone, Zion Williamson. You ain't not there with, I ain't saying he ain't doing nothing because we don't know, but we don't hear nothing
Steph
about
got
him.
a little something on the side somewhere.
I would too if I was him, but
Quite
we
a
don't
spread.
know. But we don't know,
Ain't a
right?
girl on the planet that keep that quiet for too long.
I don't know. Yeah, you never know, man. LeBron,
Nah,
you never know.
Here,
But long story short, we haven't heard anything, right?
Yeah.
So from our perspective, like, not only did you get like the guy, a creme de la creme guy, you got like the top, like the 1%, and you still complaining. And then if we listening to, like, talking to other women in our circles about it, and they kind of side with her to a certain degree, it is like looking at you sideways, like, hold on, so it's really no satisfying you if you leading with, I see where she coming from. No, you don't see where she coming from. You work every day. You ain't got 4, 5, 6, 700 million. You know what I mean? You can't go start any business she wants to start right now. She could go start it right now. You know what I mean? And be the owner of the business. Or she could go buy a business. You know what I'm saying? She could get into anything she want
Hey
to.
Quincy, I got a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just because like a woman like goes on a podcast or not, yeah, just because somebody goes on a podcast and mentions like, hey, I might have went through that means they're not satisfied or they're not happy or grateful with the life that they have.
Yeah.
I do think I'm gonna tell you this as a married
Not
man.
necessarily black, but I would.
No. I will say as a married man, and I got married in my mid-30s, and so I was out there doing my thing. There is an appreciation of being married if you've been out there. Like I couldn't imagine. Oh no, I can because I see it all the time. I see dudes who get married all the time. Come on, I'm from a small town. They get married at 21, 22. They always cheating. They always getting divorced. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main reason why I got married in my mid-30s because I seen how folks do when they get married too young. So I'm not saying she ain't happy. I ain't saying all of that. I'm just saying her eyes is like kind of keep getting pulled, gaze over in the distance, and like we all know, like you might look, but you just keep it moving. You know what I mean? But because you've been there, done that. But if you've never been out there and did it, then the attraction of what you hadn't experienced may be greater because you hadn't experienced it.
But I guess my question is like how do we keep on like as far as like say the guy like because I know I know people from my hometown that got married at a young age. Like, what's the difference in their satisfaction with their marriage getting like married at a young age versus like Steph Curry and them getting married at a young age?
$800 million.
Right. And
But
honestly,
she don't have that. He got
Yes, she
that, so I can
do.
understand him
no, she
saying
got
that.
it.
That's her money too.
She got it.
I guess like to me, well, one, I'm with Quincy in the idea that like I don't necessarily advocate for getting married really young, and I think that the majority of the issues inside their relationship comes from that whole thing when they weren't able to kind of like branch off and be their own person and develop. Well, she wasn't able to. Like Steph Curry was still Steph Curry. So like whether he got married or not, he's gonna be Steph Curry. But because of she got married so young, she wasn't able to develop her own identity. And to me, most of the things seem like they revolve based around bound around her identity. As it
Is
comes
there
down,
any fix to that though?
as it comes down to like being able to, I think one, like I said, one of the things is the identity thing, and then other thing is that sometimes we confuse that everybody wants to be saved, in which I don't know that to be true. Same way, like I don't know everybody just to care about how much money they make. Like I got people that I know that have taken pay cuts to do what they actually want to do, and like people look at them crazy, but like that's what they want to do. In comparison to like I don't know every woman to specifically want to be a housewife and be satisfied with that, and or everything that you have be given and it looked at it as given. So if her personality type is that I want it to be a go-getter, I want it to be somebody that accomplished, I think that it's always going to be that. And where like there's a bunch of women who all they whole dream was to be saved, be a housewife. And I think that probably matches up more. What was the last thing you said? Oh, if a woman identifies with her, I think that identifying in my opinion, it just depends on where they identify as. Quincy, do you got kids?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. And so you're likely around like different moms and different things like that at different times, different kids play dates or what is it? What did you say? The Rubik's Cube tournaments. So as a part of that, if you having conversations inside groups, have you had the conversations where like mothers speak about losing a bit of their own identity when they had a kid?
Oh no, because I'm married, so I don't talk to the women like that.
Oh no, you've been around like the conversations where women have spoken about that. Not at all.
Not anybody that I meet through the kid. Now my wife or maybe her friends, they might have them like just on a Friday night, chilling or whatever. I might overhear some conversations, but yeah, like I said, I do understand it. I 100% understand the concept of getting lost in it, because like I said, as men, shoot, if you have a kid too young, you ain't really free to go out there and chase the dreams that you want to
That's what
chase.
flip it to is the other side is that like I know
Yeah.
guys that once they had a kid that could be in high school, then they dropped off the football team, basketball team, band, or whatever they was on, or
Hmm.
you had a kid in college and like all these things like you wanted to be producer XYZ with the camera doing XYZ, making you know what I mean, like a bunch of different things, and it
Hmm.
happened. They got the job at Walmart warehouse. They worked overnight, so all they could do was wake up, work, and next thing you know, they woke up and
They,
5-10 years was gone.
yeah,
Like
they 45 years old.
you having a conversation with them, and they having that same version of resentment. Not
Hmm.
Also know them people too that had kids and it was a motivating thing. Like I feel like it's this thing of like kids and marriage deter or delay everybody.
It's
But
motivating.
sometimes it's the
It's only
opposite.
motivating if you ain't got
yeah,
no money though.
yeah, but I say I wouldn't because like I'll be an example. Like I had my son in like 21, and I still did all the things that I specifically wanted to do. Like it's not specific to me, but I also know that there's some people that definitely within my radius that had harder lives, and it took a different version of things for them to be able to make sure that they stayed afloat. And I've seen them be resentful of like some of the quote unquote lost dreams that they wasn't able to chase.
Now, let me just ask a question because like I think we come into a space where like we all agree that like some of the things Aisha is talking about isn't necessarily like an ungrateful woman, but more just like a human nature thing. But like, why is she like the one that's like so like she's just speaking her truth necessarily like as a person that like has dreams, but why are we so like upset with her versus like
Cause she
she's
rich.
just speak like she's just going through like just a human like thing as far as
But
like she's
people
not
don't
saying
like
nothing
hearing
necessarily nasty
privileged people
towards Steph.
complain.
You say what?
Like people just naturally don't like hearing privileged people complain. Like
Hmm.
Quincy was saying earlier, like people got to get up and go to work tomorrow, and you don't. Like you can create any dream you want to. If you're such a career businesswoman, double your man's wealth. Like be like Gucci Man wife or something. Like
So it's Black, is it an overall lack of like empathy and care for people who have like money, like wealthy people?
Nah, it's just a tone deafness to not really understand your place in society. Like where
Hmm.
you're not in the position. I won't say you can't complain, but like I said, people don't want to hear you complaining. Like nobody wants to hear rich people
Okay.
tears. Like it's like because everybody's like, well, if I was in your position, I would do this, I would do that. You know, I would have created a Ayesha Curry School for girls. Like I would have did. So it's like what? Unless like I say, unless Steph is some secret monster we don't know, he's specifically stomping out her dreams, which I don't think he's doing, but I don't know, then that's another thing. But I feel like she in a position where she can do anything she wants, and she
Hmm.
chooses to talk on podcasts.
And if I could jump in too,
But
just being petty, dude. She a pretty light skinned girl with green eyes.
Hmm.
She hit the genetics lottery. She hit the lottery with getting with Steph, who turned into Steph Curry. And like I said, she can do anything she want to do. So the notion of her complaining about not being able to do something, like I said, G said it. What's my boy name? I seen the dream. He said it too. Like it's just tone deaf. Like no, you can do anything you want to. So it's you have no excuses. You got all the connections in the world. You got all the money in the world. So if you sitting on a podcast talking about you can't do something, it ain't for lack of money and connections because you got it. And so the whole notion of trying to relate to us regular folks who gotta get it out the mud.
hey,
Even
but
if you know,
Quincy, hey,
yeah.
but Quincy, I think y'all missing it because like
Asking.
I don't think it's necessarily about like she's like complaining about like a lack of money or anything or a lack of like opportunity or lack of like being able to do said thing. I think she's more so like remorsing in the fact that she didn't do said thing and
Yeah,
that
but they
she
young though. How old are they? How
Oh
old
no,
are they?
at our age,
they in
yeah.
their like 30s, like yeah, they in their
Right.
30s,
That's like
and I think if somebody's in like in their 30s having this conversation, I think it's a little because she's not necessarily saying I can't do X, Y, Z, I can't do this. She's like I'm a 30-year-old such and such. I'm a wife of a mother of four. I look back on my life and I'm like, damn. even if I didn't marry this guy, I could have probably did such and such that's exciting. And that's all I'm saying. It's like even men have those same things. Like the football player who got married, and he's like, well, damn, if I didn't marry this girl when I was 20, who imagine me living this football life, what I could have did without this wife, or such and such. And I think that's all. She not necessarily say she don't appreciate it, but it's just a life could have been so different. And like Q said, getting married at such a young age, it always leaves those questions out there
Hey,
for anybody,
I think
man or woman.
what's she on, like baby 5 now?
Is she pregnant?
They just
Yeah.
Oh, they just popped. Oh, they just had.
thing that she. Oh yeah, it's either 4 or 5.
It's
Come
4.
on,
I thought it
Ayesha.
was 4.
Ayesha, what they had 4 or 5?
Four.
I thought she just had the 4th one.
Okay, then it's 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
I thought you said she was pregnant with a 5th one. I was like, oh.
I don't know if she's pregnant. I don't think so.
Yeah, but
she will be soon after this because he about to sit her ass back down.
Yeah, listen. To me, the funniest thing is that every time you see the clips of her doing something crazy, she be on that pregnancy weight.
Yeah, time for you to sit down again.
Yeah, but see the thing
It might be the
she don't have an
hormones.
excuse. But she don't have an excuse though. Like it's
She got
for regular
hormones.
for regular people
Ain't about-
having 4 or 5 kids in your mid 30s is a hindrance for regular people. She ain't regular people, man. Like it's like.
But we only looking at this from a poor people's perspective. Like,
But
I'm poor.
but you know
and
what?
she
She
got
is
money.
too. But she is too. Because we all see the possibilities in her life that
Outside
say,
of
hey,
money. Like, we're talking about it in money.
What is her?
It's just tone deaf at the end of the day. Like I said, her message is one thing, but she didn't. At the end of the day, communication is a 2-way street.
But
she didn't deliver the message to the best of her
I
ability.
can understand the tone deafness, but it
deaf.
don't take away from the message.
But
it does. That's the issue with it being tone deaf.
Crazy, right? Like, how would you like her to answer the question if somebody says, "Have you always wanted to be a wife with 4 kids?"
Right. No, I didn't always see that for myself.
That's what you said. I wanted to be. I didn't always see that for myself. I wanted to be a career woman.
But I think the part she leaving out that she don't want to say.
What's crazy about that?
I know, but I think the part
said
she
more
leaving
than
out that she don't want to say is that she wanted to be the young girl in her 20s, flying to, maybe like working for Accenture and flying out here for a meeting, flying there for a meeting. She wanted that experience at a certain time because
That's
that goes.
normal.
And that's fine, but she didn't say that though, and that's why I'm saying, hey, how old is she? She's like mid 30s or late 30s or whatnot.
Why
She
she's saying
still
it
can
now.
do it. She still can do it. She still got. Dude, I mean, we know we're not mid late 30s, 40s, or whatever, dude.
So you don't
still
think
can
she's a
do it.
disrespectful woman? You think she's just a tone deaf, privileged person?
Yes.
I think she's disrespectful unintentionally because she's tone deaf.
As a wife?
Like all she answered was the question of, "Have you ever wanted to do this?" She said, "Nah, I wanted to have a career."
No, but
no.
I don't know.
No. This is compounded. She got a history.
Niggas just don't like Ayesha.
That
They
is
just
true.
wanna
She do
hate
got a
on
history, but
I don't think niggas
could answer the question. Like the question was, you've got 4 kids. Did you always see this? You don't have to go through this gamut of like how
rigmarole.
How you never wanted to get married, but yet you chose to get married. Like it's just like some things don't make a lot of sense. Like I said, like it's one thing if you accidentally had these kids unexpectedly, but it's like, how can that's what I'm saying. The way she articulated the message just didn't make sense because how you gonna sit here and say you never wanted something that you voluntarily signed up for and they did 4 times?
She never said she didn't say I never.
You ain't never made an impulse decision. Like you gotta buy a
Johnny,
car.
these not impulse decisions. That's my point.
9 months.
No, but I don't think any of those things are I don't know, like saying that I wasn't a girl that dreamed of like getting married in comparison to saying I never wanted it as different things. And like taking that to that extent, like
you said I didn't want to get married.
If you I never wanted it and then I met this guy and then now I wanted to get married to him.
So I'll play the beginning of the clip again. She doesn't say I never wanted to get married. She says that I didn't see myself. I mean, I wasn't a person that see myself in like the wedding gown or some shit like that.
She said
that was later. That was later when she brought up the gown.
Hey, what if she answered it by saying, "Hey, this is what I was looking for, but not in this order." Maybe I figured I would, go to school, graduate, get a job, fly around, be the businesswoman, get about a decade under my belt, and then get married, and then have the kids. But it's just in the opposite order. Now I have the kids, and luckily I'm married to who I'm married to, and now I can go out there and do the business.
No,
I'm just doing it.
But why couldn't she
you know how she could have answered it, Q, for real? Did you see this for yourself? Actually, I thought I was going to be more of a career-oriented individual versus a stay-at-home mom. Boom. Simple sentence, same message. And then she could have went on and elaborated how having kids changes things. But what you don't have to do is say, you don't have to lead with a bunch of negative to then get your story out. It's like you don't have to tear down again, like I said, it was tone deaf in her delivery, in my opinion.
But
like I said, you got a clip to play the beginning.
Yeah, she said that she didn't want to. She said she didn't want kids and she didn't want to get.
She didn't want to get married first. Then she said she didn't want to have kids second. So, that's what I'm saying. We sitting here married with kids. So it's like you can answer the question and say I thought I was gonna be this, but you don't have to. Like I said, it's tone deaf to the way she answered it. It's just she's not realizing.
But what's tone deaf about if I didn't want to have kids at a point in time, and then
tone deaf meaning how it sounds, how she sounds to the public.
No,
I mean, because why
tone deaf about saying, and also that being the truth that at a point in time when I was younger, I didn't see myself with kids.
It's tone deaf because one, she has a history in terms of a reputation being of quote unquote saying things. So she knows she has a history of going viral for saying things that seemingly go against her husband. Is that a fact or not? She's gone viral multiple times because of things she said as it relates to Steph. That's not like a new thing.
Sure.
So she should know that, hey, if I say certain things as it relates to my relationship, they're going to tear me up. That's one reason as to why it's tone deaf. Two, she knows by answering this question, these are the clips that went viral. So it's like at the end of the day, you didn't set up your answer in a way that
you can explain what was tone
died this down. How she answered the question. I told you, I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have kids. She didn't have to answer like that. That's what makes it tone deaf.
Rich or not rich, why is that tone deaf if at a point in time you felt that way and somebody asked you that question?
I've given you other reasons as to why it's tone deaf. It's not just because she felt that way. It's because she's got a reputation. It's because of how that sounds.
Moment. Okay.
AQ.
I kind of struggle with this because I think I don't want women to just say what their actual experience is and just to lie and make up a story to make men feel better. It's like
nobody's saying that.
No. AQ, because like I said, if you got to tell the whole story. You got her answer was real straight and to the point. Didn't want to have kids, doesn't want to get married. And you could just clip that and throw it around.
But saying, what's wrong if she said, I didn't want to have kids, I didn't want to get married. Then I met Steph.
Okay.
He turned into a guy that I
look at what it's doing. Look at the result of what she did.
He asked me to marry him, and I said yes. What's wrong with that?
Look at the result of what she did. It's creating unnecessary distractions. So the damage is done.
This is
whether we agree with what she said or disagree with what she said.
Steph just cussed out. Steph just checked Killer Mike about this shit.
Yeah,
and she's created a distraction. Now Steph's got to go out his way.
It wasn't no distraction. Mike came on and apologized to Shannon Sharp, and it's like, I shouldn't have said nothing about their relationship. Steph checked me.
It's a distraction.
That's what really happened. And Steph got actually the real conversation should be about how Steph checked Killer Mike for talking about his wife, and he deserves respect for that. But the internet just want to talk about Ayesha Curry. She did, but not. Steph actually came up and he said, I expect this from the rest of them clowns, but not you, Killer Mike. And Killer Mike went on a podcast and apologized to that man.
Because that's his man. They got a different relationship. So it's like, not you, somebody I think I got to same thing.
But that's his wife.
I don't
he
think
the one that know Ayesha better than all of us.
Godfrey breaks bread. I'm getting checks.
He knew Ayesha before we knew Ayesha. He knew Ayesha when she didn't want to marry him, and he still chose to marry her.
What?
But hold on, but see,
he knew Ayesha when Ayesha didn't want to marry him. And she didn't like him.
Who did?
Steph. And he still asked that woman to marry him, and then so
what they got to do with
because
y'all
who
are
cares
talking
if she
about
didn't want to get married to him or not? Why does that matter at this point?
I'm not arguing that. I'm not. All I'm saying is she was tone deaf. Period. And the evidence is clear as to how it sounded tone deaf. Like I don't know how y'all can accept that how the delivery was tone deaf given the reactions.
Hey,
Like she's clearly created a distraction.
I think that, like,
what if you flip it? What if you flip it?
But the way she felt, like I don't see where it's tone deaf, only because maybe my definition of tone deaf might be a little different. If you ask somebody how they felt previously and they just tell the truth, and it has nothing to do with like their current status and like their current privilege, and they're just saying like, hey, when I was younger, I didn't see myself as this, and the person asking that, I don't see how that would be tone deaf. Is asking that person to lie, if anything.
No, that's why I say you got to get the whole picture. Like and like G said, if and then you come back home to you like say if they ask me that, like, hey, did you want to get married and have kids? Like, nah, I ain't want to get married. I ain't want to have kids. Then I got to go come back home to my wife and my kids. It's gonna be a certain way. So you got to lead that.
She's gonna have an issue with that.
If I say it the way Miss Curry did, yes.
Let me share this as well. Like you know, like the majority of the podcast was her telling how she was like madly in love with Steph Curry and like how like his first date and all these different little things. The majority of the interview was that. Like there's
but the majority don't get passed around though, bro.
But
that don't take away from what the majority was.
Like is it really she just goes up and just speaks about what we care for her to speak, or do you want to hear what she actually thinks?
But we're not talking about the whole interview. We just talking about those clips.
Because of like, I don't know why it hurts people's feelings to hear like, hey, at one point I did, like I had dreams or something like that. I don't know. It's just to me, it's interesting.
Why do y'all want to attack both of them because of that? Like people attacking Ayesha and Steph. I'm saying like Steph getting attacked, like he had to go
I'm not
against
attacking
Killer
anybody.
Mike.
Do y'all not think like sometimes women don't want to have kids and then they want to have kids at a point in time?
Yeah,
if they meet that nigga, like
Hold on,
he ain't
hold on.
never
Men, women, everybody.
I think y'all
she
keep
beat that motherfucker. I'm that nigga. Of course she want to have kids with your boy.
It's just a better way for her to
Why
answer
wouldn't
the
she?
question. It's a better way for her to answer the question, especially if like G said, she got a history of putting her foot in her mouth. At some
That's
point,
what makes it tone deaf more than anything is the history. Like you've got a history.
Keep inferring things that she said bad and nothing that was actually bad. She never did anything wrong about Steph at all in the interview.
Hey, look, it's a number of podcasts.
Steph don't. I'm unsatisfied with the marriage. Everything is just like inferences that want to make her say.
But I'm with you. No, I'm with you. But look, it's a number of podcasts I listen to, and people are coming out and saying it out loud. Hold on, this might get clipped. Let me make sure I answer this the right way, because people understand how podcasts work and how the internet work. So they frame when they answer the questions, they making sure they answer it in the right way, so it don't get clipped, don't get passed around. Right now,
and that means we hating on Ayesha because she's dumb.
I don't think that she's dumb.
I'm just saying it's based on what they saying. Like if you just hating on
dumb, tone deaf, unaware, like they're all in the same boat. Like however you want to call it, she was not thinking when she answered that question.
Like
it's
so
simple.
That you didn't want to have kids and didn't want to get married at a point in time. Like if you didn't want to do that, why does that matter?
No, Q, that's not. You're missing what I'm saying. It's how she said it. It's not what she said. It was how it was said. It was how it was delivered. That's what it is. It's not the point of what she said is okay. How she delivered her point made it sound tone deaf.
Let's watch this one more time.
Started from the beginning with got the question or nah?
Yeah, I think this is the other one. I'll play this after. I don't know.
Is it playing?
It ain't playing.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot to share the screen. I'm over here listening to shit by myself.
Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like it's one of those things like you don't know.
Can we pause? Can we pause real quick? Can we pause like right here? So like I said, tone deaf. She's laying this out as if something happened to her. She's no victim. Like nothing's happened to her. Like,
yo, can y'all hear me?
She said she didn't want kids. She didn't want marriage. She thought she was going to be doing all this stuff, and then things just happened so fast, as if she didn't sign up for it. Like,
no, she just things
got married.
That
though,
became
Q.
that nigga pretty
She
quick.
got married.
Yeah, the things happen like that doesn't mean
How you gonna say you didn't want something, but you did it?
Because of at a point in time she didn't want something, then she wanted it. Clearly,
She never said at a point in time. She never said at a point in time.
like I can play after this. I'll play like the majority of the interview is her talking about how Steph wooed her. Like if somebody asks you, "Did you always see this?" and no, I didn't always see this. I'm just confused that why we want her to lie about if she always wanted this or not. In comparison to her just telling the truth, like, at one point in time, I didn't want to be married, and then I ended up getting married. They just
Did
is
she
what.
say at one point in time?
I don't think she used the word at one point in time. But
all right, that's the whole thing. She needs PR. She needs PR. She does. She has diarrhea of the mouth. She does, and she makes him look bad.
But y'all talking like she's a disrespectful woman versus
No,
like in a bad wife.
no. You keep putting that. No. I'm not saying she's disrespectful. Not me. I'm not saying she's disrespectful. She just toned
She
deaf.
needs PR. She speaks wildly. She just speaks just out of the side of don't care. She don't care what she say, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, she's used to that because she's a beautiful woman, and you know what I'm saying, she feel like she has that beautiful woman syndrome, and that's all it is. No one's gonna say anything to me because I'm pretty. That's it. And you know, Quincy kind of put everything I had to say into there. You know, it makes no sense with her because she says things, and it's like, it's almost like she's looking for clips of her to be out there because she's jealous of her husband or something, you know. And it's just sad to hear and see. You know, it's just cringy to watch. When you see it, you know something stupid is about to get said. Oh, here come her dumb ass again.
I'm not going to accuse her of being
now.
malicious.
Motherfuckers can say that
I'm not
about
gonna
Michael
accuse her
Porter
of being
Jr.
malicious. I don't know if she got any malicious intent. I just think she's tone deaf.
You know you were ready for that. How did you know you were ready for that?
I didn't. I knew that I loved him, and I'd never like experienced anything else. I'd never felt any differently than like, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. You're pregnant and you're going to be very, very sick. But I'm so grateful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Did you like him at all? Like in your heart, you're like, oh, I wish I could.
I thought he was so cute
On this first date,
Yeah.
what are the vibes?
It was one of the best days of my life. Honestly, it was so innocent and young, and like I wish
Q,
I
if you
could
have a really good game
relive
and you
that,
throw the pick
or at
on the
least
last
watch
play of the
it for,
game
like,
at the
a bird's
2-yard
eye view.
line
It was
and then
so
lose,
cute.
it don't
Like
matter.
real
The
young
really
love.
good game don't matter. The other tape don't matter. They just looking at what happened at the very end of the game when you didn't close the deal.
Oh,
Like,
look, she said I wanted a career at one point in time.
Hey, can I throw some?
So wait a minute, you think because she said that the shit's over with?
no.
Yeah, well, let me throw some there because I think there's an angle.
Steph ain't going nowhere.
Right. I think she's not really telling 100% of the truth. Honestly, let's keep it a buck. Okay, she fine, right? She light skin, green eyes. She was bad in high school, right? But how do you neutralize a bad bitch when your husband is
baby.
LeBron James, your husband is Michael Jordan, or your husband is Steph Curry, right? So now dudes, because she says she don't get attention from guys, right? And that's only in a scenario where your wife you're the wife of a respected legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, who going out there trying to fuck Michael Jordan wife or Kobe Bryant wife or LeBron wife, Steph
they
wife?
out there.
Exactly.
You a wild boy, you
right.
trying to fuck
Right.
Niggas trying to. Hey, they got their side pieces too. I'm not putting it past them. It's niggas out there getting to that.
I'm not putting it past them, but not openly.
They ended up the road, boy.
I'm saying not openly. Ain't nobody trying to holler at none of their wives in the open because you get your ass whipped from the fans. The fans will whoop your ass.
But I was saying, if it was a nigga hitting Ayesha right now, he'd be famous.
And he get his ass
John,
whooped. You better believe it. Go to
John,
state fans will be in his ass. You better believe
John,
it.
listen. You said something earlier about what's his name, the little ugly dude that got married too early and played football, 50 Tyson. You know what I'm talking about?
Travis Hunter.
Your boy. Yeah, him. You said how bad his woman is. His woman ain't that bad. Every man on this show that had a woman look better than his wife. I'm just being honest with you.
Facts.
Everybody, she's not as bad as Ayesha. Now that's a whole.
She's too young to really judge how bad she is. She still ain't even
I
really
was gonna
hit
say,
her stride.
hey, you gotta show me some pictures, Unc. I'll get with you after the podcast. I want to holler.
She only like 22, right? Like she a young.
I don't know how.
It's too early to give a grade. Too early to give a grade.
Unc probably got them on Polaroids, but I'll see you.
I'm just saying. That's a whole different. That's two different ball games right there. When you the looks, and y'all saying that she's younger than ever.
That wasn't my point. My point was niggas can't say nothing about him, so they try to talk shit about your girl and your relationship.
Yeah, but she was a piece of shit. I'm just saying she was trashy from the beginning. Ayesha, you know what I'm saying? I talk shit about her, but I just feel like she just has diarrhea in the mouth. That's all it is. And she wants some attention. She's used to attention, and I don't know if she it's like ain't nobody paying me no attention. That's why she's yelling about the DM things. Nobody's in my DM or this, that, whatever. She just wants some attention. She just has pretty woman syndrome. I'm pretty. Why nobody ain't paying no attention to me? Because hell, you're not worth $800 million. That's why nobody ain't paying you no attention like that. If you was worth that and doing what he's doing, you're not a legend. It's no league out here for legendary
Niggas ain't hollering
badass
at her
women.
because she's married to a nigga.
It's no league out here that just because you're that pretty you gonna get $800 million. He does something fantastic.
Oh, it's a league or two.
But no, Unc, what I'm saying, hey, Unc,
I know, hey, that's a whole different league right there. But you know what I'm saying.
Hey, Unc, what I'm saying is
real
niggas ain't hollering at her not because she's not worth 800. It's because she's married to a nigga that's worth 800, and motherfuckers respect her.
Exactly.
That's why people ain't hollering at her.
Man, y'all tripping. Niggas are hollering. I don't know what y'all talking about. Niggas are she lying, bro. Niggas are sliding. Niggas are trying to shoot their shot. Niggas are trying to let her know, hey, look.
What that Ayesha Curry?
Of course.
Why she complaining?
No question. What are you talking about?
Why she complaining?
Ain't no way
niggas are shooting their shot.
She said niggas wasn't in the DM at one point.
That what she said?
I don't care what she said.
She said
Niggas
that's
are
what she said.
shooting
She did
shots,
say that.
bro.
First of all, she's a married woman. Why would a married woman even care about
like who's
being
shooting at Steph Curry wife? Like what kind of cold-hearted, mean motherfucker you got to be to shoot at Steph Curry wife?
You think every nigga walking around know who she is?
I was looking to hit it.
Just off the look, you think the average
90% of niggas
average,
know who Ayesha Curry is.
If I was a young man, I don't give it. When you out in the street,
the
like
niggas
that,
shooting Ayesha probably like 45 plus.
AG.
Yeah.
Them niggas know who Steph is.
They don't know who she is though. That's what I'm saying.
Let's keep it a buck. If Ayesha was getting dick down by her side dude, she would not be making these goddamn complaints.
Now look, I'm not saying she's getting necessarily what she wants from her side dude, but I'm telling you, she's getting emotion. She's getting maybe she's not getting the attention she wants.
It'd be some trainer ass nigga, some bodyguard ass nigga knocking that shit down.
I guarantee you, man. She's an attractive woman. She's getting hollered at. Period.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is one of the few cases that I would believe that dude's actually backing off and leaving that be.
I don't know. Yeah, I think
I don't know about that. I don't understand that.
On Ayesha Curry.
Niggas just love Steph Curry like that. I don't give a fuck about that nigga, man.
Well, I
niggas fuck with Steph like that.
Well, I think he's kept her always in that in between where she had a baby and then she losing the baby weight, and as soon as she started getting close to looking right,
oh, that nigga smart.
And he like
doing what he got to do.
When you run, you understand.
I'm back up.
The issue gonna be she 40 now, and now that she 40, it's gonna be you over the hill. Like Steph understood what he was doing. He stretched it
Yo,
out.
greatest shooter of all time for no reason.
took all
Club
her
shooter,
prime years.
3-point shooter.
Like Steph was smart, and so now
the whole prime away.
Yeah.
And look, if we keeping it a buck, like Ayesha, she fine, but she wife fine.
Yes.
She ain't sexy fine.
Yes,
She
yes, yes.
wife fine, and I feel like that has more of a reason why dudes
That's
kind of
right.
fall back because she looked like a wife. She don't look like the woman that if you
Yeah,
hit
she don't
up,
look
she,
like but she's starting
You
to look like a
holler at
industry
Aisha with a
fine.
plan.
She's
You got
starting
a
to teeter
plan.
into
We
the
gonna go
industry
here.
look.
We gonna go
Like
here.
she's starting to have more of that look, but I will agree she's got that quote unquote like girl next door type of
Yeah,
You gotta have a plan when you holler at Aisha. I'm gonna take you here, then we gonna go here. By 3 months, we gonna a chick like that.
you
You
can't
gotta have
smut
a.
out.
If you don't got the plan, you
Yeah,
can't even talk to him.
you can't smut out. She want to get smutted out, but you can't smut out.
Yeah.
The nigga that
No.
do gonna be a legend though.
I
I shouldn't
believe
even
I
say
believe
that.
she want to be for the streets. I think that deep down inside she really do want to be. She want to be out there for a little bit. You know, it's like she said, I was young. I started out young and all this stuff. She ain't never had a chance to be out there. But if she ever get out there, she gonna want to go back home.
Real quick.
Gonna want to go back home.
$800
Real quick.
million house. That's a big house.
Where my boy South Africa?
Welcome to the show, my brother.
There you go. What up, boy?
Give us a South African take. I know feminism is running rampant out there. I'm sure you're not loving what Ayesha Curry is saying.
I sure would have been 1 and 12 out there.
Nah, he told us the family got to pay that.
Hey, that's probably where she go get her little freak off. She got to go outside the United States. She go out here to fucking Paris, London, go to Africa, get everything she wants.
Come on, talk to us, brother.
They hustle different.
How's it, gents?
What's going on?
No, man. I just think people be projecting on this whole thing.
Okay.
This woman could literally walk out of this marriage and get 100 mil and a solid life for a lifetime and go be with some random ass unknown guy, without any consequences. I don't understand why people would turn this whole thing into her being malicious or anything of that sort. But also, to contradict myself, I get the male ego. We are projecting from our own,
Right.
our
Yes.
own, our own bias to say, well, how would I feel if my wife were to say that about me in public, considering, the amount of public trust and charisma I have built for myself. It wouldn't necessarily land in that way. And also, talking about like male ego, it's how other men perceive this whole thing. It's not necessarily about her and what she said. It's like how other men are going to look at this. So this is where our ego and fragility comes in. And it's like, she wasn't, she, I mean, you can clearly, I mean, they've been together for a minute and you can clearly tell she's not a malicious person. But because men and our ego and all of that, we're just projecting on this poor woman. And
Hey,
she
shout
can
out
walk
to
out,
you.
bro.
It's one of the ones
That's a gym. That's a
I
gym.
my South African brother.
He got the cape on way from the continent.
Well, no, but no, I
No,
agree with him as far as like niggas care what other dudes think about their woman. Like you ain't gonna marry the chick if everybody talking about she a smut. Like that matters. Like the male opinion of your woman matters a lot. Whether
I
we
know you guys don't watch a lot of
That's
football,
why the
but you
body count
clearly,
question is a big deal in
you
America
clearly know Kaka.
because of how we.
There was a player. I think he'd be likened to Steph Curry. He won like the best footballer around 2008 before we had Cristiano and Messi, a
Who's
Brazilian guy, Kaka.
That's a wild name.
What's his whole name, bro?
It's just Kaka, bro.
But that's not his whole
No,
name, bro.
Kaka mean
You
shit.
guys don't know
Like that's
Kaka?
not his whole name.
Holy shit!
We say
You
Michael
don't know
Jordan,
Kaka, bro?
Kaka
Damn,
mean
man,
shit,
Americans
brother.
are so.
LeBron James, Kobe
This is
Bryant.
crazy. This is
What's his
crazy.
whole name?
Cole,
K-A-K-A.
I think that you understand how crazy him being named Kaka is to America.
Kaka ain't hitting on shit over
Yeah,
here,
well, it
boy.
was crazy for
Kaka.
us.
We don't
Yeah.
know who Kaka is.
I mean,
Kaka means Kaka, nigga. That means bullshit over
You
here.
talking about
Niggas say
Kaka?
Kaka. That's some Kaka.
Yeah.
One
it
blue
also
left,
means
one
the
blue
same.
right.
It also means the same.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me make my point. So this guy was at the pinnacle of like obviously Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. Yeah.
Yeah, we know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A legend.
Yeah. So Brazil. So let me kind of frame this for you. So Brazil is like and it's like what? It's like the America of football. So
Okay.
it's like
Done.
America football. So yeah. So Kaká took the baton from Ronaldinho. It was Ronaldinho and then Kaká and then Neymar. So this gentleman played in Europe, the best league. He won like footballer of the world footballer of the year, Ballon d'Or in 2008 before Cristiano came along. Now this guy, bro, like recently got divorced, and when uh, his wife get asked why, his wife just said, "No, man, this guy was just too good to be true. He was honest, handsome, tall, rich, and it was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe. I just had to divorce him. What?
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. So
That's crazy.
it's more like Steph Curry, same thing. Like definitely tall, rich, famous, numbers, talented. It's like she could go tomorrow. Ayesha could go tomorrow and be there for life, but she's not doing that. So I give her a benefit of a doubt in this scenario.
Gotta
Yeah.
give her grace, cause like
Honest. What
They got young kids though.
weird thing is that, like guys, niggas don't care about what basketball player wives have to say.
Nah.
That's the
Nigga said she just tone deaf, man. That's all it is. Like nobody's saying she malicious.
unless
she
they
just
don't
tone
agree
deaf.
with it, then she a hoe and she all of this.
right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that's deserving. She don't deserve that.
If she don't like say exactly the most PR perfect thing and just be like, hey, at one point in time I ain't want to have kids. I wanted to be a career woman. It's like fuck. She tone deaf. She
said at one point in time.
like, God damn.
You keep.
I don't even know why we talking about Ayesha. We should be talking about Steph checking Killer Mike.
Just watched her and the other one say that how happy she was when she was pregnant, how happy she was with Steph. Like she said that she said what she didn't, not that she doesn't. Like if we want to be technical in a sense, she said that she didn't, not that she doesn't. And she did want to have kids and she did get married because she obviously had both of them.
So we regular folks who got to go out there and do interviews with, when you're trying to go out there and get a job.
Yes,
and
sir.
when you're out there on the interview circuit, you keep note of when you made a misstep in saying something for the next interview, right? All we're saying is she's had a number of missteps
Clearly.
to where at this point she should have gave a better answer.
She
Her
created
answer,
a distraction.
right? That's all. She should have gave a better answer. No more, no less.
My pushback is like I think that her worst misstep. I do think she's had missteps. I ain't just what I mean. I think that the view shit with the male stripper and she do the little wedding ring thing. That's a misstep. That's one that went viral.
Is that tone deaf?
Yes, that is.
Okay. All right. So we can agree. All right. So we can agree that that's tone
That was
deaf.
years ago
Okay.
though.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about just in terms of examples of being tone deaf. Like
I agree that there is points where like she said some shit and did some shit that you could be like, huh. I just don't look at this as that. Like if somebody asks her, like, what did you always want to be this? And she says, no, I didn't always want to. I don't need you to lie. Like I'd rather you just tell the truth. And let's talk about it.
And Q, I think niggas are also digging because this is also coming up. That shit had already been out there, and then I think like niggas are bringing up the ring thing, which was like years ago. But like the last thing, like for me keeping up with it, last thing I had heard about this before this week was I saw Steph had checked Killer Mike for saying his wife wanted to be like Glorilla. That's what I heard.
I don't even understand why Killer Mike would say that. Like, I don't even know what that means.
Killer
like,
Mike went on Shannon Sharp's podcast and was like, "I apologize. I should not be talking about their relationship."
Oh, Killer Mike, why was Roger
Steph,
doing that?
Yeah, but like, what was he even talking about? Like,
that's an inside.
Hey, that's an inside. But like, there's no way that Killer Mike should have been like talking about Steph. And then when Steph checked him, we should be talking about how like niggas went and instead of talking about that, they went and started digging up the shit and didn't even show none of the good shit she said.
Not the all the other superstars that's out here. Who else wife is always on podcast? I'm sorry.
You say what?
No,
but I'm saying, but like she had been on that podcast weeks ago. We only hearing about it.
It doesn't matter. Listen to what I'm saying to you. LeBron James' wife isn't always on. She's always seeking attention.
So you don't think niggas could go through that Savannah podcast and clip some shit up? That's crazy.
Honestly, you know, Savannah James did that exact same podcast. Savannah James
niggas could go and clip her shit up too and make LeBron look crazy if they wanted to.
You're not gonna find any viral moments of Savannah.
Oh no,
you do with Ayesha. You're not.
Niggas could if they wanted to.
No, you wouldn't. You would be artificially creating them.
Ayesha has that. She just has that. She just has that. I'm a beautiful woman. I want attention syndrome.
Let me find the Savannah viral moment because like Savannah already had the little clipped out moments. Matter of fact, I think shout out NBA Trey. We was arguing about that inside the Discord at one point in time. Like he was saying how Savannah James shouldn't be saying this about LeBron James because he's worth this amount of money and XYZ. Like she's been clipped out of context and had the little viral moments also.
Hey, niggas just hate light skinned women. That's what I'm seeing.
Savannah James brown skin.
I'm talking about.
Johnny, you're not gonna get away with that. You're not gonna. You're not gonna. This nigga try to paint light skinned women as the villain. You're not gonna do that, Johnny. Like you should be ashamed of letting your people down like this. You as a dark skinned brother gonna sit here and try to villain like. That's crazy, Johnny. You not doing right by your people. That's foul. Like, I can't even believe that. As a light skinned representative, I can't let that slide. We can't let that slide, Johnny. You not giving respect to your dark sisters, man. I can't let that slide.
Johnny think light skinned women and white women the same thing. They not the same, Johnny.
You said light skinned women get too much scrutiny, huh, Johnny?
No, I'm saying y'all just hating on them for no reason. Like I ain't
but let me be clear.
Y'all clearly don't like light skinned women. That's what I'm saying. Y'all clearly don't.
Nigga, you talking. I love cornflakes. What I'm saying is that I got a thing for, like, what I'm saying is what I'm seeing.
Complex is crazy.
Oh yeah, you got that. I was like, hold on. So look, what I'm saying is, Johnny. Hey, look, and then to reverse that thing. Hey, look, I don't think she did nothing malicious. I just think she's genuinely tone deaf. That's all I'm saying. I don't think she's like deserves what she's getting. I just think she needs to work on how she articulates certain answers because she's got a clear history, not just once, not even twice, of being in the media doing things where it gets clipped up and it looks shaky. So it's like, hey, you want to just make sure you're careful with how you respond to certain things. I don't think it's malicious. It's just tone deaf.
Hey, can I
the cornflakes?
Shout out Tyron. He posted it. And this is actually one of the last time, because like this was like a recent thing that did happen.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
But there was a gap in between that though.
But the thing was, like, she wasn't even next to Drake. It was like a person and then her. Like, damn, you can't even take pictures too.
No, you can't take your homegirls to the Drake show.
You can't like it was like
I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking around.
Homegirl was trying to get dropped off. Ayesha Curry just being a good friend.
I'm just fucking around. Aisha probably did supply the hose a couple of times. If we being real, she probably did bring the hose over a couple times.
And that's that good. What Charlotte Christian, Charlotte Latin.
Yeah.
Ayesha brought the hose over for sure. I can guarantee she did that once or twice.
I got a problem with her. Like if she was next to Drake, and Drake was like this, there's a problem there. But it was a person in between them. It was like 7 females.
But Drake and Steph supposed to be
and
bros.
there was a gap in between.
That's like seeing your wife with your bro. Shouldn't be no concerns, right?
I guess, yeah.
Hey, niggas know who Drake is though. Like there's certain homeboys. Like, hey,
you said everybody, all bros not equal, Johnny.
All bros ain't equal.
But damn, Johnny, she can't even be in the room with him.
This is not a diss on Ayesha. This is a Drake diss. Some niggas just untrustworthy.
In the room, even though it's seven other women, she can't even be in the room.
I just think some niggas untrustable, bro. And I like Ayesha. I ain't even hating on Ayesha. I'm just not a Drake fan right now. That's all this is. Drake.
And sometimes with some whole shit going down, you got to get out the room.
You can't have your exactly. Leave, shorty.
You can't be a fly on the wall.
Isn't it like after a concert or something like that? It wasn't
My
even
wife
like
ain't finna be in no bathroom while some whole shit going on in the front room.
Hey, no.
But what if she in the front room while the whole shit go on in the bathroom?
What are we talking about? How does it have anything to do with like? I mean,
she on the couch.
She on the couch chilling in the front room, but the bathroom shit is getting kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Now, take your ass home, sweetie.
Exactly. You married now with kids. Take your ass home.
Hey, I can't be mad at that one.
Yeah,
So,
like for real.
I don't understand what y'all. So like y'all have a problem with her taking a picture with 8 females with Drake.
I'm just joking.
Nah.
I'm joking.
We said it clearly.
But Q, don't act like it can't go down, dude. I remember seeing
No, it could go down.
Yeah,
and
I'm
more skeptical, but if
Drake is known for smashing his friends' girls, I just say he's not the most trustworthy nigga.
All right. So in reality, y'all be mad if like your Steph Curry and your wife took a picture with 8 of his homegirls with Drake.
I don't trust my wife with Drake at all. I don't give a damn how many finish.
Not if I'm Steph. Now if I'm Johnny P, I might be tripping. But if I'm Steph,
I'm not.
Johnny P will be tripping.
You got to feel like you married a person for a reason at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not at that level. I'm not at that level.
I'm joking, but some niggas you do gotta, all niggas ain't equal. Like Denzel Washington, I ain't got nothing to worry about. He respectful.
You got. Did y'all see when Cam? It was Adrian Broner and that nigga kept hollering at the moderator.
Yeah. What's her name? Damn.
Stat Baby.
Stat Baby.
Yeah. That was crazy disrespectful. That was crazy. But unfortunately, that's not an abnormal thing with a lot of dudes. Like a lot of niggas get disrespectful like that. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of niggas out here are just super disrespectful. So, but like I said, I don't think she malicious.
He was also drunk.
There's also the space that I think that 8 women being there makes a big difference.
Nah, not to me.
Because only one of them married to Steph Curry. And Drake know that.
These girls, I don't give a fuck about if it's 8.
Let's start this out honestly. So y'all are telling me right now, if it's Drake taking a picture with Ayesha Curry, it's the same as if Drake takes a picture with 7 other women and
it's not the same. It's not the same.
That's the point that I'm making. Yeah. Like there's a big difference if she's taking a picture by herself with Drake. I can assume a bunch more things. In comparison, if she's like 1 or 2 people away and it's like 7 of them and it's a group of females, it's like, okay, all right.
I'm just saying the company.
She better have been texting back quick that night though.
Come on, look, we all been out there. Hey, look, we all
There's not been no pauses, 45 minutes.
I better see the fucking bubbles, nigga. Like, hold up, man. Where your
3
fucking
dots
bubbles
the whole
at,
Right.
In a security guard.
Look, man, we done all been out there, man, and it don't matter how many homies you got with you. if it's gonna happen, it don't matter how many homies you got, whether it's 2 partners or 8 partners,
Mhm.
you gonna do what you gonna do.
Hey man, niggas like, hold up, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
Hey,
Listen, if your wife gonna get off one, she gonna get it off whether it's gonna be Drake or it's gonna be
Hey, for real, y'all ain't never been that locked in where y'all was on some shit where you sent that message and you just waiting for the bubbles to pop up. You was like, hold up, man. I'm gonna make sure this shit go through.
now the worst is when you waiting for it
You don't
so
even
bad that
leave the
somebody
phone.
else
Your
text
eyes
you,
locked in.
and then you don't even want to hit. You don't even respond back to the motherfucker that text you. You be like, nah, fuck that. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. I'm waiting for them bubbles.
scenario again? I missed it. Say it again. Have you ever did what?
Where you know damn well you text your old girl and you so fucked up you just looking at the phone waiting for them bubbles to come up. Like I know she gonna goddamn look at this motherfucker after a while. Like you just know the bubbles gonna start bubbling at one point, and then you see them bubbles pop up for like 3 seconds and they just go away. Like oh damn, she ain't want to finish the sentence. Okay, and you be start thinking in your head and shit like okay, all right.
With
That shit had your stomach hurting, boy.
Tough.
I don't know. Y'all reminded me of more like single days. So like single days. Let's give like an example. Like it could be after grits and biscuits, and I'm turned up, and we in the parking lot. I'm sending out 3 to 4 of them, and then I'm checking the bubbles to see if somebody.
You
And like, that's what that would be the game for sure.
Well, the 2 a.m. bubble check versus the 2 p.m. It hit way different.
If you checking the bubbles at 2 p.m., you a sick nigga.
You a sick nigga. Yeah, you a sick nigga.
You a sick
You a
nigga.
sick. But like the later it is, the more it hit.
Hey, yeah, nah. Yeah, later in the day. But if you checking the bubbles at 2 p.m.,
Yeah,
and she at work, and you know she at work, you be like,
I know you typing on that computer, shorty.
Be like, bitch, you ain't take lunch today.
Johnny, you a controlling boyfriend?
Nah, I'm
she got to answer every 30 minutes.
Nah, I'm cool.
When she calls, she got to FaceTime you.
No, she don't gotta answer because she gonna proactive with it. Hey, 30. She just gonna text a nigga 30.
We just chilling.
Everything okay?
Nah, I don't play that. I ain't dumb. I ain't.
And look,
seen all the games. I'm 36. I done seen all the games. I ain't stupid.
Right, Johnny. See, the thing is, man, when you
gotta send
that
a
dude,
picture.
when you that dude sitting with a chick, and you done been there watching her either dismiss her boyfriend text or to respond back to him, your whole life just changed. The
Bro,
first
tell
time
me,
that happened, your whole life changed. It
Nah,
give you a whole different perspective, man.
That be the dirty work, bro. That should make you. Yeah, that shit make you question everything.
Everything.
I
She
done seen
laying
enough
right
of
here
them.
on
I
my.
ain't even gonna talk about my shit. Yeah, I ain't even gonna.
It be like that sometimes.
Nasty.
It be like that sometimes. It's a cold world out here, man.
It is cold blooded.
Yeah, y'all married. I ain't gonna give y'all no horror stories. I ain't gonna give you.
Nah,
y'all
yo,
married.
hey, ain't no guarantees. Ain't no guarantees and nothing, man.
Life is what it is, man. You know.
Yeah.
But off of everything talking about Ayesha, you know what I'm saying? She did a thing, you know what I'm saying? She just, like I said, she just had diarrhea in her mouth. That's all. She not, I don't think, as y'all say, I don't think she's a malicious person, but I do think she has diarrhea in her mouth, and she's also just, you know, she just used to attention. She don't know she's seeking attention, but she likes attention. And that's not, you know, it's something that's just in her head like that. You know what I'm saying? She wants that attention like that. That's all.
I'll also say this. A lot of people saying she's stupid. I ain't gonna go that far.
Yeah.
Because Shorty did go to Davidson. Davidson a hard ass school to get into. You gotta be smart even. So she might just be unaware or socially awkward. But like I think a lot of people calling the down.
Is she from Toronto as well? Like we putting the pieces together too. She from Toronto.
She Canadian, eh?
She's not stupid. She's a little ditzy, though. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, ditzy. I give her that.
Yeah, she is that. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, I could definitely give her ditzy for sure.
She don't know any better. Like Gilbert Arenas. You know what I'm saying? He's like Steph could come on his podcast and talk to y'all. Gilbert couldn't. Gilbert he's kind of like a nerdy dude.
Oh no,
that's why he had.
I don't think
he is.
Have you watched? He has he got a bunch of different shows right now.
Yeah, Gil going crazy.
Yeah, Gil turned fuck up actually.
He
Yeah, nah,
going
Gil
crazy.
cool. I like Gil.
Yeah,
If you heard Gil talk on even like the relationship shit,
he
you'll
go
probably
crazy.
a lot of the shit that
every time.
yeah, Gil go a little crazy. I ain't
He
gonna.
go crazy
Unc
every
was
time.
fuck
He
with
just got
Gil.
remarried, I think. He just got
No, what
married
I'm
again.
saying,
He be on there with his
I'm
wife.
saying is maybe
He
it's
got
just
one of the
me.
most infamous baby mama cases of all time. Like Gil is crazy.
Say I
Crazy.
in court, and then he started dragging about that shit too.
He got one of the most infamous like child support baby mama cases of any entertainer athlete. Gil is on another level. I ain't even gonna lie to
Don't
you.
do my
And
boy
he got
stuff
custody.
like that.
Like
Don't do my
I
boy
ain't gonna lie,
stuff
he
like
low key a hero. I'm not gonna big him, but he low key like he give niggas hope as it relates to like child support and girls like trying to get niggas. He went to court for his and he made
one.
He
got it done. And but the
got
thing
it done.
that he's such a troll that he drag afterward too.
Yeah,
like he be online dragging afterward.
He a sore winner.
That's
He a sore winner.
He like I was Gil just I don't know what clips you've seen of Gil, but Gil's like the biggest ass.
I guess that's what it is. I don't watch full stuff with. Shit kind of turn me off. He just needs to shut up. That's just, you know what I'm saying. Maybe I need to dive a little bit more into it.
Nah, Gil funny.
If I think I stand corrected if so. But he just seems like a corny dude to me. You know.
Gil, that's an interesting take. Like I would say that you would probably agree with a good majority of like his relationship.
Okay,
even though
I'll dive into it.
He before bringing the jumps around.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, his Rico was having what was it like?
Hosting poker games with the hoes.
Yeah, it was a prostitute filled poker game that niggas
was recent too, wasn't it? That shit just
yeah.
happened.
Like Gilbert be having the time of his fucking life.
And he even going on a
nigga
campaign
broke into
talking
Nick
about how
Young's
he
crib one
snitching.
time.
Like he,
oh yeah, he is going.
Talking about how he snitching. Yo, Gil don't give two fucks, man. He crazy. He a wild boy, man. He a wild boy.
He telling on
I'm
other men
snitching.
that they out here doing stuff or something. What are you snitching on?
He got caught up
He
with
ain't in the
some
street.
Armenians or some shit like that. Like, yeah, nah, he like I'm snitching.
Hey man, you gotta stay away from the Armenians and the Albanians.
Yeah. He talking about the poker games and shit. They tried to throw the Rico on my boy, and then
Don't gamble with them motherfuckers, boy. Armenians and
he had the pictures that said Gilbert Arenas Poker World or some shit like this. I was like, God damn, they really trying to get my boy.
He was on there going crazy too, though. He was on there going crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy for sure. But yeah, saying all that to say, we didn't have a good conversation. We've kind of devolved into after show activities, but nonetheless, like I said, we're here every Wednesday 9:30. We did take a break of our normal, political conversations, normal left versus right, our normal indigenous,
when we come back next week.
Man, I hope it's not.
You forgot to say Pan-African.
Pan-African. Yeah, like everybody. I just every week I'm always amazed.
We paying FBA.
Yeah, we paying everything.
We paying Freeman.
When I tell you, well, I got 2 points to make real quick.
Go ahead.
Sometimes I'll be realizing that people don't research past like what was given to them immediately. So somebody be like, "Hey, look up what Solon means," right? And then you look it up, and it's like Soul African American, and then whatever I forget what the N is supposed to stand for. But then they also be like, "We don't believe in African American," but it's like that term is inside that word you just told me to look up, and you're saying that you identify with. But then they be like, "Well, fuck that. She wearing the black flag." And you look up, and then the black flag is the Moroccan sword. The leaves are from Africa. The shit
leaves.
The shit.
Sword.
Yeah, all right, wait. So, all right. So the flag you just told me that represents it is Pan-African. And you be like, God damn it. All right. But then my second point is that I also become amazed at like nonstop we probably on like, we ain't at a year yet, but it's like at least a good 9-10 months where guys can have the exact same conversation every day. It's like amazing to me. The only difference be like sometimes they be in one channel and then sometimes they be in another. But it's like nonstop, and then like they'll come to the same conclusion every single time, and then they'll try and restart it the next day. And I'll be like, damn, y'all don't like get tired of like just having this exact same conversation.
That's a warrior class.
No, they don't get tired. It's just fun to read.
Right there, boy.
It's just fun to read. It's fun to read, man.
Hey man, Warriors. Hey, the Warriors got to do what Warriors do. They at war now.
You put 2 paragraphs together, Q.
They fight every battle.
You put 2 paragraphs together. I was laughing.
Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Put them on a different. Hey, put them somewhere else.
Warriors fight, my nigga. Keep fighting, my brothers. Keep up the good fight.
Fighting.
They don't, but they do. But yeah, no, they listen. The thing is, like, you can react. This happened today. You can react. And anybody that's with us now as we wrapping up, we talking about that Discord. I'll drop the Discord link in here before we get out. But in case anybody that's here that wants to, but like I could put a reaction, and then he's like, "What you think is funny, nigga?" I didn't say nothing. Leave me alone. I could laugh at whatever the thing was, or I don't know. Like sometimes you engage on an adjacent topic. But then you notice that everything tries to get shoehorned back to like exactly what they be wanting to talk about. I don't know, like it just be a point where I be having to tap out and be like, all right, I think that Discord has rotted y'all brain over these 9-10 months to where y'all can't really regular conversation. You can ask the person like, damn, how you feeling?
And that's our bad.
You can be like, damn, how you feeling today? And they be like, which like what's the Pan-African like view behind this shit? It be like, bro, I'm trying to talk about the Panthers right now. Like just like
hey, the Discord like drugs. If y'all want it, we gonna drop a link. Shit like drugs.
All right. We're tapped out. I'll put the link inside the description. Anybody that wants to join the Discord. Shout out Tyron. Tyron's one of the homies. You got to pull up whenever you get back into town. I know you moved out way out there where you at, but that's one of the homies from way back when. But this has been Unpacked, a deeper dive into real conversations. We are here every Wednesday, 9:30. Again, sometimes we gonna give y'all some relationship conversations. Sometimes we're gonna give you some AI, some aliens, some black empowerment. And sometimes we're just gonna shoot the shit like we did tonight for a good majority of the conversation. But this has been fun. Y'all see him at the top. That is G Cash App, G the King, G Axis Media. You see beside him, that is Johnny J Rack 989. He'll be here it's not 4:30 no more. 6 o'clock. To Be Fair show.
6 p.m. To Be Fair show.
Beside him, South Africa's own, South Africa's favorite. We got Kamu. Beneath him, or beneath me actually, is Quincy. He's somewhere there in Georgia. One of our guys. He pull up and give us a lot of gems. And luckily, Unc didn't cuss us out today. He cussed us out on Sunday. But
Uncle pissed off on Sunday.
Uncle cussed us out, but everybody's favorite Unc.
After the Panthers won?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That lady with that updo and the pink hair and them nails, he wasn't with it. All right, but nonetheless, we out. Peace.